Goedenavond, kijk buiswolfjes, daar zijn we dan weer. Met een nieuwe aflevering van The Sims. Ik was nog lekker even aan het spelen. En we zijn op het ogenblik bezig met het bespuiten van de plantjes. En dan gaan we de plantjes ook harvesten, zometeen. Wacht even, hallo. Moet u geen water hebben dan? Je moet toch water hebben? Nou, doen we dat zometeen wel. Nee, de koe is blij. We hebben de blije koekoe. Kijk, ja, ze gaat nu water geven, dat is mooi. Veel information. Ah, dit gaat goed, dit gaat goed. Dit gaat heel erg goed. Even kijken.
Bueno.
Hey, Def! Hallo! En hoe is die met jou vandaag? Oh, nee, dat is niet ook een bouwde. Alles goed? Hoe is je stream gegaan daar straks? Was het allemaal een beetje goed gegaan? Klinkt meer alsof ze die kip aan het bang maken is en dat ze ermee speelt. Maar goed.
Duna.
Even kijken hoor. Dus even nog één. Een restje. Eten. Oh jee. Oh, de kat heeft liggen kotsen. Oké, zo. Nou is het opgeruimd. Heeft hij er geen last meer van. Even kijken. Wordt het een uitdaging met die kleine? Ja, dat is inderdaad zo. Babytjes die vormen allemaal een beetje een uitdaging. Oh, she's very flirty. Very, very flirty. Ja, ze heeft foto's gemaakt van haar kat. En daar hebben we Miss Enkeliemen. En ook die krijgt even een shout-out. Tam. Pam, pam, padam. Pam, 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 pam. Papadam, pam, pam, papadam, pam, 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 pam. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun. Da, 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 da. Break up. What? What? Is that so? What happened? What happened? No, she didn't fall out. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that. Dat gaan we dus mooi niet doen. Hey, Bonita! Hallo. Je mag het bordje opruimen, schoonheid. Opruimen. Nee, dat is ook wat. Break up with Nox. Waarom wil ze dat in godsnaam? Waarom zou ze met Nox willen breken? Het gaat juist zo leuk tussen die twee. Het is niet mijn type sim, maar goed, of fijn. Als zij hem leuk vindt, vindt ze hem leuk, toch? Ga je er toch niet mee opbreken, meid? Wat ben je nou voor iemand? Nou, ik weet niet of ze nog iemand vindt met zo'n amazing compatibility. Ik bedoel, ze zijn hartstikke goed. Ze kunnen hartstikke goed samen, die twee. Unox. Nee, Nox. Niet Unox. Hey, Babonito, hoe is het bij jou dan vanavond? Alles goed? Oh, de wc is kapot. Wat verdorie. Wacht even hoor. Moeilijk hè om op een wc te drukken. Nee, niet replace. Waar is die? Repair. Dat is het. De wc even maken, muts. Placeport. Playstuk. Is kapot. Gaat hem even maken dan. Goed zo. Huppakee. Oh jee, wat is los? Wat is los? Wie moeten we afschieten?
Roachie.
Even kijken hoor. Is er iets dat wij kunnen doen voor je? Ook wel belangrijk.
Ronnie Ponil, Bimba.
Oh, man. Oh, we kunnen nog 2 keer kleine kuikentjes erbij en dan hebben we genoeg. Oké. Dan kan zij, denk ik, eventjes. Zat vanmiddag op TikTok, zag ik Closet van, wacht even hoor. Zag dat Closet van Val superleuke jurken had voor de maat 48. Dus net om 8 uur haar op site. Even kijken, net om 8 uur op haar site. Had alles in mijn winkelwagen en wordt gewoon uit mijn winkelwagen gestolen. Dikke meiden van geen kans. Wat? Wacht even hoor. Wacht even. Ik zat vanmiddag op TikTok. Zag dat Closet van Val superleuke jurken had voor de maat 48. Dus ik net om 8 uur op haar site, had alles, is in mijn winkelwagen. En werd gewoon, hoe kan dat dan? Het kan toch helemaal niet? Hoe kan dat dan? Ik ben niet bekend met de betreffende tent, dus het zegt mij niet zo heel veel. Even kijken, zij gaat vrijwilligerswerk doen. Nee, maar als het op is op. Wacht even, want je hebt het er al. De site ligt helemaal vast. Ja, maar wat ik niet begrijp is, je hebt het erover dat het uit je winkelwagen gestolen werd. Dat kan toch helemaal niet? Men kan toch online niet uit jouw winkelwagen stelen? Want men kan online jouw winkelwagen helemaal niet zien. Dus hoe kan dat dan? Dan zou ik even contact opnemen met die zaak. Ik bedoel, dan zou ik even contact opnemen met haar. Dat klopt dan toch niet? Oh, wat hebben we hier? Oké. Even kijken.
Steven, nee.
Dat klinkt logischer. Ik denk wat er gebeurd is inderdaad dat zij dan te kleine voorraad had. Je hebt het dan in je wagen, visueel heb je het in je wagen zitten. Dat is namelijk wel een mogelijkheid. Maar als je dan wilt betalen, is die voorraad op, is het weg. Zijn er al mensen die al betaald hebben ervoor. En dan is het dus weg. En dan kan ze het dus niet leveren. Met andere woorden, het zit dus ook niet meer in jouw winkelwagentje. Dat kan wel. Die klopt. Hé, een rectic. Daar hebben we een erotische raptor. Sorry, wat? Sorry, rectic. Ja, dat gaat heel snel. Dat kan heel snel gaan. Dat is echt bizar. Maar is dat ook echt het allerlaatste en komt er dan ook helemaal niks meer? Of is dat, hoe zit dat? Ik bedoel, ik ken die hele tent niet. Ik koop ook niet zo vaak online. Ik wil graag zelf zien hoe groot iets is voordat ik het koop. Want ik wil wel zeker weten dat ik er met mijn reet in kan. Ik draag geen jurken, dat is namelijk het ding. Ik heb het achterwerk van een slagschip en die moet wel ergens inpassen. Als ik er niet in pas, heeft het voor mij geen zin om te kopen. Helemaal niks meer. Maar ze krijgt ook helemaal niks meer binnen. Het is dus helemaal weg. Allemaal is weg. Nou, dan zou ik zeggen, zoek verder meisje. Want heb je al eens geprobeerd? Ja, nee, dat is waarschijnlijk te duur, denk ik dan. M&S, dat is een zaak waar ik vroeger nog wel eens heen ging. Bij mij gaat het goed, Rectek. En hoe is die met jou? Ik ga jou even een shout-out geven. Heb ik gewoon zin in. Gewoon omdat het kan. Papa. Gewoon omdat het kan. Wacht even hoor. Wacht even. Ik probeer hier... Dat scrollen is ook niet echt dat ding hoor. Op is op. Nu mogen de dikke meiden weer maanden wachten voordat ze weer wat heeft. Ja. Maar zij is toch niet de enige zaak die wat... heb jij niet een terstal in jouw omgeving zitten? Want ook daar hebben ze vaak grote maten. Ik ga meestal hier naar Terstal. Nou weet ik niet waar jij precies woont. Hoef ik ook niet per se te weten. Maar er zijn volgens mij best wel meer zaken die dus ook online verkopen. En waarbij het niet zo'n race is. Want laten we eerlijk wezen, TikTok, leuke tent hoor. Maar ja, als ik heel eerlijk... Ik heb er zelf niet zo heel hoge pet van op. Maar dat ben ik. Ik ben niet zo'n TikTok-ganger. Ik ben ook een oud fossiel, krijg je dat. Oh, wacht even. Verkeerde pagina. Moet ik hier doen?
Huh?
Even kijken. Dan gaan we naar de computer. Oh, echt hè? Ik vind dat vind ik wel irritant. Dat die daken dus invloed hebben op wat je camera doet. Jongen, hey, hallo. Ik wil eventjes de computer in beeld. Dank u. Moeilijk hè? Goedemorgen, zeg. Beetje richten. Wordt wel heel veel moeilijk. Donate online to charity. Wat willen we doneren? Doe maar 100. Dat willen we doneren naar de Meals on the Move. Of doe maar de Foundation of Less Mischief. No Sim Left Behind. Daar gaan we naar doneren. Dat doen we. Geen probleem hoor, Miss Enkeliemen. Geen probleem. Ik kan het me voorstellen, Bonita. Ik kan het me voorstellen. Dat is dan wel balen. Dan zie je wat leuks. Dan wil je dat een keer kopen. Dan heb je het even, weet je wel. Dan kan je het doen. Is het weg. Dat is kloten, ja. Dat is echt kloten. Look at the bright side. Nou, dat gaan we niet doen. Want dat hebben we niet, geloof ik. Hebben we dat? Nee. Dat hebben we niet, volgens mij. Get around chickens. Moonbathe. Go for a walk. Go jogging. Bla bla bla. Actions. Stargazing. Bla bla. Oh, dan gaat die lurk ook nog. Hij gaat in de struiken hangen. Ik zie hem wel hoor. Met die kleine oogjes. Zijn snappy tandjes. Kijk maar uit. Hij staat nou in die struiken. Nee, ik ook niet. Ik ben maat 52 met mijn... Ik ben heel klein. Bij mij is het meeste is dan ook te groot. Dus dat is ook al zo'n ding. Maar ik heb maat ergens tussen de 48 en 52. Ik heb echt een reet van een slagschip. Helaas dan weer een heel smal middeltje, maar ik heb echt een derrière van niet ergens in Tokio. En die past helaas niet overal in. Ik heb dus een extra large garage nodig om hem in te parkeren. En heb ik die dan niet, ja, dan houdt het op. Dus ik kijk eigenlijk, ik moet wel zeggen, sinds dat ik dus ook mijn galblaasoperatie gehad heb, kijk ik nu naar dingen die ook lekker zitten. Want die litteken van die galblaas zit op een klote plek. Dus ik kan niet zo makkelijk meer wat vinden wat echt ook lekker zit. Nieuwe voorwaarden van Twitch. Ik moet eerlijkheidshalve zeggen, ik heb hem gehad en het is zoveel techpraat dat het blijft niet hangen. Ik heb zoiets, het dringt helemaal niet door. Ik heb het gelezen, maar het dringt helemaal niet door. Ik heb zoiets, ik zie het wel. Ik wacht het wel af. Ik neem aan dat ik gewoon maar netjes binnen de regels hou. En als ik me niet aan de regels hou, dan hoor ik het hopelijk van ze. Niet dat ze me meteen eraf trappen dan. Maar, ja joh, echt, het zijn lappen tekst, jongen. En je kan het helemaal gaan uitpluizen, maar ik kan dat niet. Het blijft niet hangen. Het blijft gewoon niet hangen. Ik lees een zin, dan moet ik hem nog een keer lezen, dan moet ik hem nog een keer lezen en ik heb totaal geen idee wat er staat. Het is normaal Nederlands hoor. Het is hartstikke normaal Nederlands, maar het blijft niet hangen. Ik weet niet wat dat is. Heel bizar. Dus als jij hem iets beter begrijpt dan dat ik doe, mis enkel in mijn hout me aanbevolen. Ik zeg het er even bij. Ik ben echt waar. Dat soort dingen, dat juridische geneuzel met wat wel en wat niet mag. Ik wil me heel graag aan de regels houden, maar jongens, maak het niet zo ontzettend lap met leeswerk. Ja, zie, dat bedoel ik. Inhoudsklassificaties. Je ne sais pas, ik weet niet meer Sabi. Ik heb echt absoluut totaal geen idee. Inhoudsklassificaties. Ik speel games. That's it. Ik bedoel, welke inhoudsklassificatie? 18 plus? Is dat het misschien? Ik weet niet waar ze het over hebben. Weet je wat ik bedoel? Waar hebben die gasten het over? dat moet ik wel doen. Dat moet ik wel doen. Ik wil heel graag wel een beetje dat het toch wel een beetje afgeschermd is voor. Want ik wil geen gezeik krijgen ermee. Dat wel. Ik moet hem ook even nakijken. Staat hij ook in de Twitch zelf ergens? Dat je weet, Miss Enkeliemen? Ik moet eventjes kijken. Ik heb de laatste paar dagen, ik heb rare dagen gehad. Echt waar. Ik weet niet wat er is met mijn brain, maar het functioneert voor geen meter. En ik denk dat het komt omdat het te warm is. Ik ben daar helemaal niet bestand tegen die warmte. Het is echt 300 keer niks. Even kijken. Poes. Ik ga jou eventjes aaien, denk ik. Alleen met de laserpointer. Ik wil sowieso een kanaal voor 18 plus. Niet dat ik met mijn blote reet op de tent ga zitten, maar
Ibaru!
ik wil gewoon niet dat ik dan gezeik krijg, weet je. En als je 18 plus hebt, dan heb je dat niet. Dan heb je niet dat er 12-jarigen zitten te kijken terwijl een simmetje bloot onder de douche staat of zo. Wat de normaalste zin is van de wereld, hoor. Laat ik eerlijk wezen. Ik begrijp niet waarom mensen zo ontzettend hysterisch worden van een bloot getekend poppetje. Het is een virtueel poppetje. Digitaal. Wat is de fucking deal? Ik weet het niet, maar goed. Is goed. Ik hoop dat ik het kan lezen, die screenshot. Maar dat is goed. Dankjewel, Miss Enkeliemen. Kijk. Dat zijn nog eens de dijken in de branding. Die je uit de brand helpen. Even kijken. Ik heb hem wel gehad.
So heavy.
Maar weet je dat me niet eens bij staat hoe lang ik hem geleden en wanneer ik hem gezien heb? Ik weet dat niet meer. Ik word echt oud, jongens. Ik word echt oud. Het gaat nu snel. Het gaat nu heel snel. Volgende week ben ik grijs. Die week daarop word ik kaal. En daarna is het over. En uit. Ah! Nee hoor. Ik hoop het niet. Ik ben van plan 120 te worden. En verdomd, het zal me lukken ook. Hoe ik die grens bereik, weet ik niet. Maar ik ga hem overkruipen, verdorie. Meeuw. Vind ik ook poes. Ja, vang hem. Pak hem. Grap hem.
So heavy.
Het leuke is, volgens mij is er iemand geweest, daar op die tent waar ze dit maken. Volgens mij is er iemand geweest met een kat die dat ook doet. Want mijn Noemi doet dat precies zo. Die duikt er ook zo op met die voorpootjes. En ook dat kopje helemaal, weet je wel. Die wordt altijd helemaal lijp als je dat doet. Noemi wordt altijd helemaal lijp. Sando kan het niet zoveel schelen. Het is niet... Maar Noemi vindt die laserpen helemaal te wous. Het is 11:20. Het is laat. Even kijken. Nou, dan gaan we slapen. Poes! Naar bedje, mama.
Pator.
Kom, poes. We slapen.
Quimboy Okarao.
Zegt ook slapen. Hoppa. En slapen met Jaap. En snurken. Hoor ze snurken. Even kijken hoor. Wat hebben wij? Oh ja. Ze is in een relatie gestapt met die Nox. Oké, goed. En ze is wakker. Mooi zo. Dan gaan we eerst. Gaan we even hier. Deze doen. Water all en harvest all. Moeten we hier nog iets doen? Nee. Super delen. Ik wil toch even weten hoe die eruit zien. Wacht even. Eventjes dichterbij. Ik heb er straks zitten niezen, jongen, hè? Echt waar, mijn hoofd loopt dus wat vanaf. Dit is een mooie orchidee. Oh ja, ziet er mooi uit. Oké. Oké. En als ze daarmee klaar is, gaat ze even eten maken. Zondag vandaag, hè? Ja. Anderboom. Ja, vind ik ook. Helemaal dat. Helemaal dat. Cartoon crazy. Even kijken hoor. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-di-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ja, maar wat ik niet wil is dat ze die... Wacht even, ik ga even zorgen dat ze die kleuren eitjes niet pakt. Want dat zou ik toch wel heel jammer vinden. Create animal treats. Oh, ze kan geen rainbow treat meer maken. Oh, ik heb geen groen ei meer. Hé, wat jammer nou. Spicy treat. Oké, nou dan houdt het op. Dan gaan we gewoon een breakfast serven. Doe maar weer pancakes. En dan gaat ze zo meteen, als ze gaat eten, gaat ze hier zitten. En dan wil ik dat ze daar tv voor kijken. Ik doe dat ik eruit kom. Even doorwerken. Oh. Kat, niet op het eten gaan staan. Ja, ze is eten aan het maken, Poes. Ze is eten aan het maken, Poes. Ze komt zo bij je, Poes. Oh, Poes, ga aan de kant. Anders krijg je een fles op je knakker. Ja, dat zou ik inderdaad ook zo bang zijn voor zoals zij kookt. Ja, inderdaad. Ga daar maar staan, dat is veiliger. Het is veiliger. Zit. Oké, dan gaat ze daar zitten. Dan gaat ze even koken kijken. Watch Cooking Channel. Hi, Evil. Goedenavond. En omdat ik toch bezig was met iedereen een shout-outje te geven, geef ik jou ook één. Hoe is die met jou dan vanavond? Oh, Detroit Becomes You. Wanneer heb jij die gespeeld? Wanneer heb jij die gespeeld? En speel je die nog? Oh, dat is zo'n goed spel. Echt waar. Als je echt een tranentrekker wil hebben, moet je deze spelen. Echt waar. Een gewetensvraagje hier en daar, weet je wel. Dit is echt. Dit is zo'n goeie jongen. Detroit Become Human. Werkelijk waar. Echt. Als die niet je hart eruit rukt, dan weet ik het niet meer. Wanneer heb je die gespeeld, Evil? Gaat het goed? Mooi, kijk, daar houden we van. Daar houden we van. Dat horen we graag. Je tweede playthrough. Oh ja, hij is goed, hè? Hij is echt goed. Heb je ze bij de eerste ronde? Heb je ze... Oh, de eerste keer onstream. Oké. Ik heb hem dus ooit gespeeld online, geloof ik. Ja, online. En ik heb hem helemaal uitgespeeld ook. En toen ben ik hem dus helemaal stap voor stap. Toen wou ik alle uitwerkingen. Ik wou dus alle richtingen wou ik hebben. Dat is best wel lastig, kan ik je vertellen. Zeker als je verder in het spel zit. Maar... 8 juli, 11 juli en 12 juli. Oh, dus je bent hem al een tijdje aan het spelen ook. Hoe ver ben je nu dan? En welke karakter vind jij goed van die... want er zijn meerdere karakters. Nou, ik moet wel zeggen, de eerste ronde, de allereerste ronde, dat ik hem speelde. toen had ik, even kijken, dat hij zich opgeofferd had voor het meisje. Dat was in het begin. Dat was helemaal in het begin. En de tweede keer, toen zag ik dus dat je dus ook het op een andere manier kon doen. Dat probeerde ik toen en toen heb ik vreselijk gefaald. Maar aan het eind van mijn allereerste playthrough heb ik er maar 1 verloren. Even denken, ben ik er maar 1 verloren? Ik ben er... Ja, toen ben ik die oude gast waar die mee samen moet werken. Waar Connor mee samen moet werken. Die ben ik toen verloren. Die oude man. Dat vond ik wel erg hoor. Dat vond ik echt erg. Maar die is bij mij in de eerste ronde, in de eerste playthrough is die helaas overleden. En ik weet nog heel goed dat ik daarna pas ben gaan uitpluizen hoe dat dan precies zat allemaal. En toen kwam ik erachter dat ik het veel erger had kunnen doen. Het had veel erger kunnen wezen. Maar ik heb onbewust goede keuzes gemaakt schijnbaar. Want ik had dus echt letterlijk al die al die mensen had ik dus allemaal kwijt kunnen zijn. Hè? Ik had ze allemaal kwijt kunnen raken. Als ik ze te water had laten gaan. Als ik ze dus over het water naar Canada had laten gaan. Had ik ze allemaal kwijtgeraakt. Had ik ze allemaal kwijt geweest. Weet ik nog. Oh man. Ik heb echt zoiets van, oh ben ik blij dat ik dat niet gedaan heb. Oh ja. Oké, ja. Als je naar die vrouw gaat trouwens, hè. Moet je eens een keer kijken. Er staan dus graven van Connor, hè? Elke keer als je daar bent geweest, als je dood bent gegaan en je komt daar terug, dan kan je die graafjes, die kan je zien. Er staan dus kleine grafzerkjes. Moet je maar eens gaan kijken. Lachen, joh. Echt waar. Ik heb ook, ik weet niet of je het leuk vindt, maar ik heb dus ook de Twitch kanaal van de acteur die Connor speelt. En van de acteur die dus de androids, die daaraan rijk geworden is om die androids te creëren en zo. Ik weet even zijn naam niet meer in de game. Van die 2 acteurs heb ik een Twitch kanaal. Die streamen namelijk ook. Oh! Damn! Ja! Oh ja, dat is ook zoiets. Oh shit, ja. Ja, want dat is een moeilijk stukje hoor. Ik kreeg dat de eerste keer kreeg ik het heel stom toevallig kreeg ik het gedaan. Ik weet nog steeds niet hoe ik dat gedaan heb, maar ik heb het daarna ook niet meer voor elkaar gekregen, kan ik je wel vertellen. Het was er over en uit. Want het is dat is een very thin line waar je daar moet werken. Oh, ja jongen. Potverdomme, maar het is zo'n goed spel. Ja, nou, ik weet niet of ik het grappig vond op dat moment hoor, kan ik je wel vertellen. Ik vond het helemaal niet grappig. Ik vond het echt heel erg. Nee, dat gebeurde de eerste keer niet. Maar gebeurde het de eerste keer dus ook niet. Ik had de eerste keer had ik het helemaal goed gedaan. En ik vind het nog verbazingwekkend dat ik er zoveel doorheen heb gesleept hoor, de eerste ronde. Zonder te weten wat er allemaal had kunnen gebeuren. Want het had veel fouten kunnen aflopen, echt waar. Het had veel fouten kunnen aflopen. Vele keren had bijvoorbeeld ook die Marcus. Die had meerdere keren hartstikke gesloopt kunnen zijn, jongen. Dat vind ik trouwens wel een rotstukje. Dat is als die Marcus inderdaad op de schroot ligt, dat hij bijkomt. En dat hij dus probeert zichzelf weer een beetje bij elkaar te rapen, letterlijk. En dat hij dan al die andere droïdes ziet, die dus allemaal daar gedumpt zijn. De ene leeft nog, de ander doet het nog, weet je wel. Ik vind dat echt zo naar. Ik kan daar zo slecht tegen. Ik weet niet wat het is, want het is niet dat ik... ja, het is geen emotie, maar het is meer een... ja, ik weet niet, ik vind het geen prettig idee. Laat ik het zo zeggen. Doe nu nog eerst gewoon een speelronde. Nou, waarmee speel jij trouwens? Speel jij met jouw keyboard en muis? Of speel jij met een console ding? Hoe noem je dat ding? Speel jij met keyboard of speel je met een controller? Ik speel dus met keyboard. Goddomme zeg, wat is dat kloten? Die quicktime, jongen. Die quicktime. Vreselijk. Is geen probleem, Miss Enkeliemen. Misschien krijg ik het dan wel groter. Is geen probleem. Komt goed. Oh, jij speelt dus met de controller ook. Dan. Toch? Het is het beste. Die quicktime is het beste te doen met de controller. Want dat is echt met een toetsenbord is dat echt geen doen. Dat is echt zo'n klote klus. Want je hebt veel meer keuzes en die liggen heel ver uit elkaar. Dan moet je iedere keer complete yoga doen met je handen. En ik ben toch al niet zo goed met mijn klauwtjes. Oh, dat is jammer. Ja, dat is jammer. Dat is jammer. Yay! She reached level 5. Dat betekent dat ze chocoladepie kan maken. Even kijken hoor. Can she make the chocolate cake? Eens even kijken. Dat is cake, maar dat is niet wat we moeten hebben. Watermelon salad. Even kijken hoor. Zo, ze hebben er veel gerechten bij gemaakt, jongen, hé? Wauw. Zo, ze kan echt heel veel. Ze kan echt heel veel maken nu. Maar ik zoek eigenlijk die chocoladepie. Want die moet ze afleveren. There it is. Let's make one. Dan zet ze die in de ijskast. Ja, maar World of Warcraft is ook een partijtje moeilijk voor een computer om te regelen, hoor. Die is best zwaar.
Sinds nu.
World of Warcraft is zwaar voor je computer, hoor. Die wordt daar niet blij van. Maar jij bent echt een trophy hunter dus. Eigenlijk, als ik het zo hoor. Oké. Ik weet niet. Volgens mij heeft het volgende gerecht heel veel haar erin zitten. Want er ligt een kat bovenop.
Dopey. Slora.
Poes, aan de kant, joh. Dank je. Wel mooi gemaakt, hè? Kijk die deeg, jongen. Dat is echt een deeg, man. Goed gedaan, hoor. Ja. Ik vraag me af wat voor trofee erin... Wat voor trofies heb je dan in Detroit Becomes Human? Nee! Niet weer! Niet weer! Extinguish! Go and extinguish it! You woman! Kat, ga weg! Yay! Ze heeft het eindelijk gedaan. Ze heeft eindelijk een brandje kunnen blussen. Gelukkig dat ze brandweervrouw is. Even kijken. Oké. Nou, de laatste keer vloog ze in de fik. Maar daar heeft ze nu geen last van. Lieve schatje moet hier. Hallo? Hier is het vuile. Hier is de vloervuil, hè? Hallo? Hallo, blinde vinkje? Blinkje? Daar is het. Juist, grote meid. Hè? Wat verdomme, nou is die pie kwijt. Gaan we het toch nog een keer doen? Oh, echt hè? Is ze weer die pie kwijt? Goddorie. Ik wil gewoon die pie maken, man. Doe niet zo moeilijk. Wees het niet zo vervelend. Kom. Let's go. Kat, ga even aan de kant, jong. Blijven het gewoon proberen. Oh, wacht even. Kan ik het zo doen? Ja, dat kan ik zo doen. Ik weet dat het is cheaten, maar hey. Niemand heeft gezegd dat er geen code ingevoerd hoeft te worden, dat niet mag.
Fanaza.
Is dat met
But
deze
no
ook zo?
bay.
Nee, hij is verder goed. Oké. Ga weg, Poes! Ja, ik vind je heel lief, Poes. Ga aan de kant. Kinship, Connor refused to kill the Chloe. Scorched Earth, Marcus or Connor detonate the freighter.
Lorraine, no-
Ja? Ja, zie, dit is het ding. Volgens mij moet je hem daarvoor op Steam hebben. Ik heb hem niet op Steam. Ja, niet alleen pootjes in beslag, hij zit gewoon er helemaal in, joh, Dev.
Oh.
Dus straks lacht hij er bovenop. Dat is een gekke poezenkap. Gekke kittenkat. Een rare kittenkat is het, hoor. Nee, kittenkat aan de kant. Oké. Niet weer. Oké, gaan we het doen?
Oelaba.
Als ik nou weer fik heb, dan stop ik ermee.
Fanaza.
Dan
But
gaan we morgen
no
wel.
bay.
Dan gaat ze wel morgen maar cake maken. Ja, Poes, ik weet het. Ik ben er ook wel bang voor. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Is die goed? Is die goed? Is die goed? Het is normal. Maar dat maakt niet uit. Dat geeft niks. Dat geeft niks. Dat geeft helemaal niks. Jij mag in de ijskast. Ah, kom maar op, Poes. Ah, kom maar op, Poes. Poes, kom maar. Poes, kom maar. Ja, kom maar, Poes. Kom maar. Kom maar, Poes. Ik zal je wel eventjes rustig maken. Kom maar. Kom maar, Poes. Ah, Poesie, Poes. Kom maar, Poes. Het is goed. Het is goed.
On the stove gone
Het is maar een gasfornuis. En als die in de fik staat, gooi je er water overheen. Krijg je een lekkere explosie. Ja, en als het vet is, gooi je er ook water op. Dan krijg je ook een lekkere brand. Ja. Dat is helemaal niet erg. Beetje fik. Lekker warm. Daar houden jullie katjes toch van? Die houden toch van een beetje warm? Hé? Ja, jullie houden toch van een beetje warm? En jij toch al, Poes?
Ja, de boel.
Ja, hij is kalm nu dus. Oké, Poes is kalm. Geef hem maar eventjes een borsteltje.
Soebel.
Ga je er weer van tussen? Het was kort maar krachtig. Het is kort maar krachtig. Ik zou zeggen tot de volgende ronde. Rustig aan, Evil. En lekker slapen. Misschien spreken we elkaar in het weekend nog. En anders dan tot volgende week. Rustig aan, hè. Bye bye. Zo. Maar even lekker borstelen. Zo, dan ga ik even de koe doen en de beest beneden. Want dat is ook al niet gedaan. Ik ga eerst even naar de wc. Even naar de douche. Naar de wc. Even mijn tandjes poetsen. En dan gaan we eventjes de plantjes doen. Harvest all. Spray bugs. Evolve. Oh, dit zijn roosjes. Ze waren ook vandaar. Oké. Hoeveel hebben we al inmiddels met de... Oh, maar dit gaat lekker. Kijk. We gaan vandaag maar eens even het dorp in. Maar eens even kijken of... Nee, kat! Nee, kat, dat ga je toch niet drinken? Vies het. Ah. Even kijken, want als het goed is, niet vergis, hadden we waterbakjes. Ik had geloof ik functionele waterbakjes voor de kat, voor de beesten had ik. Ik weet het niet zeker. Ik ga even kijken. Birdseed. Ja, zie, dit zijn waterbakjes. Dat is een food dispenser. Nou, ik moet eigenlijk dit hebben, dat is een waterball. Ja. Kijk, en we hebben ook een huisje. Doghouse. We hebben een litterbox. Wat is dit? Birdseed funnel. Niche. Pepperspray. Wat? Pepperspray? Voor de huisdieren? Brown rooster. Wat is dit? Mopie spectre jar. Een gold bar. Okay. Kijk hoor. Miauw, een wolf cat bed. Haha. Die is leuk. Water and football. Oh. Ja, ik heb inderdaad mijn eigen website en ik heb er vandaag nog eventjes de link betaald voor een jaar. Want dat moest ook weer gebeuren. Dat moest ook weer gebeuren. Allemaal konijntjes. Allemaal konijntjes. Valt me wel op dat ik trouwens geen vosjes meer heb hier. Konijntje. Oh, dit konijntje kan die niet pakken. Ik denk dat die konijntje onder de grond gaat of zo. Daar een konijntje. Oh, daar is het konijntje. Kijk. Oké, ook helemaal vol vriendje. Ook een vol vriendje. Ook een vol vriendje. En nog meer konijntjes? Even kijken, konijntjes. Konijntje. Konijntje. We gaan eventjes kippenhok doen zometeen. We hebben 7 eieren hebben we. Oké, cool. Collect the eggs. Een draanpoepoe. Zo, nou. Nou, ze is een beetje dizzy. Maar dat kan. Geen hatchable eggs. Oké. Maar kijk, we hebben 2 regenboogeitjes. Normaal eitje en 2 blauwe eitjes. Jawel. Dat betekent dat we wederom weer regenboogvoedsel kunnen maken. Mooi. Kunnen we regenboogtreats maken. Oké. 1, 2, 3. Kijk, zo. Even kijken hoor. Oké. Ja.
Uh-huh. Haha. Mula. Mula mula. Ah. De benen. Oh, Neeb. Oh. Lurby lurby, huh? Oh, lurby moe.
Denk erom dat hij niet op je voet gaat staan.
Aha.
Ah,
Go on, Jane.
zo. We hebben allemaal gewoon wel excellent melk. Dat is wel mooi. Oké, cool. Even kijken. Dat mag daarheen. En dan even kijken. 2, 6, 7. Dus 3 kippen, 5 kippen, 6 kippen. Of kijk hoeveel. Oh, 2 black eggs.
Uh-huh. Yes. Hoopatay. Deroy. Oh. Klaxon. Imova. Dana Pay. Nip nip. Cheflet. Nip blah blah. F yeah. So. Nip. Cheflet. Nip blah blah. F yeah. Zorbavina. Uh-huh.
Wacht even, waarom is ze misselijk? Penal period. Oké, gelukkig maar, want ik heb zoiets van hoe kan ze misselijk zijn als ze niet eens. Weet je, dat zijn allemaal van die dingen, vraag je je dan toch af. Dat vraag je je dan toch af.
Lovey.
Okay. Even kijken. Chocolate syrup. Chocoberry, oké. Wat er verder was. Daar hebben we niet zoveel. We hebben ook niet zo heel veel.
Oh, LaFara.
En wat treats, daar kunnen we alleen een spicy treat van maken, want die hebben we dus nog. Oké. Nou, dan doen we dat nog. Ik had niet te slapen, waar ligt die slapen? Oh, die ligt op tafel te slapen, kijk dan. Ah, kijk dan hoe lief. Wacht even hoor. Hihi, het stompe staartje. Vind ik ook zo schattig. Ja. Even kijken op het neusje of ik daar wat dichterbij kan. Ah, kijk dan hoe lief. Hij heeft een beetje gekrulde vacht lijkt wel. Hij is zo lief, kijk dat neusje dan. Kijk dat neusje, check dat neusje dan, check dat neusje. Zo lief. Oké, goed. Dat is dan ook weer gedaan. Mijn excuses. Oh, jezus. Moet gewoon zeer. Oké, even kijken hoor.
Lorraine Penorf. Simike. Sawada. Bueno, bueno. Suna. Bueno. So.
Even kijken. Dat vindt hij lekker hoor. Oh, dat vindt hij lekker hoor. Hoor hem smakken. Wacht even. Eventjes naar beneden. Oh, eventjes naar beneden. Oh, maar dat vindt hij lekker. Met een kapje dan? Kittenkapje? Even kijken, iets omhoog. Ah. Kijk dan hoe schattig. Wat een schattig bekje die heeft. Kijk dan. Is toch lief? Hij is gewoon ook helemaal happy. Hi. En dat stompe staartje wil ik er wel even bij in beeld. Kijk dan. Hij is gewoon helemaal happy. Is toch lief? Ik vind dat lief. Ik vind dat wat hebben. Oké, dat ben ik dan weer. Ik weet het, ik ben een beetje gestoord, maar dat geeft niks. Gestoord is af en toe best lekker. Oké, goed. Even kijken. Nou, zij gaat... Oh! Hey! Kijk nou wie we daar hebben. Hallo! Hallo! Invite in. Ja hoor, komt er maar. Maar ze gaat het niet uitmaken met hem hoor. Nee, ze wil het niet uitmaken met hem meer. Gelukkig maar. Jongen, we moeten echt wat aan die outfit van je doen, want dit is toch eigenlijk niet helemaal wat je moet hebben. Maar goed.
Felle ballon.
Mooi.
Harpien.
Oh. Zullen we gaan schaken? Ja, we gaan even schaken. Not right now. Doen we maar niet tijdens de uitzending. Sorry jongen, het spijt me. Het komt later wel weer. Dat gaan we niet tijdens de uitzending. Ik weet niet wat Twitch daarvan gaat vinden, dus... allemaal leuk en wel, maar ik wil mijn Twitch-account niet kwijtraken om de Sims. Het spijt me, maar dat... nee.
Rika. Bumzo. Heck.
Ja, bah. Putverdeurie, gozer.
Shibi.
Maar, zij zet terug. Oké, dat komt goed.
Karenzi.
Mekche.
Matchade.
Ja, schaakmat. Ah, ze heeft gewonnen.
Wuniyabu.
Neeb.
Oh, hij vroeg het weer, maar zij wil niet.
Bijna.
Oké. Misschien now is not a very good time. Beste man, misschien kun je beter eventjes... Ik denk dat je beter even naar huis kan gaan. Ik denk dat je beter even naar huis kan gaan.
Ooh, so rude.
Want,
Noes.
ja, want
Mooi.
zij moet even naar het dorp toe. Zij gaat even naar het dorp. Doei.
Ja.
Dat gaan we niet tijdens de uitzending doen, jongens.
Rogaba.
Even kijken, travel. Oh. Natuurlijk. Uiteraard. Precies op dat moment. Wie woont hier? Oh, Gupta. Wie woont hier? Oh, daar wonen de Skotjes. Wie woont hier? Jabari. Oké, cool. We gaan naar Findik. Oh, dat kan niet zomaar. Nou, gaan we hierheen. Oké, ja, je zin. We gaan even kijken of we wat dorpsdingen kunnen doen. Want dat heb ik nog niet kunnen doen. Ik heb er nog niet echt de tijd voor genomen. Nou is het weekend voor haar, dus ik kan het nou mooi doen. Het is zondag. Ik kan niet dat het al te laat is op de dag. Als dat te laat is op de dag, dan hebben we een probleempje. Oh, het is alweer 7 in de avond. Oh, schnitzel. Schnitzelpietsel. Nee, dat heeft geen zin. En hier is het heel erg stil. Hebben we verder nog mensen hier? Of is iedereen weg? Gelopen. Zij is even poepta. Kunnen we met jou een Finwick dingetje hebben? Nee. Oh, maar jij mag wel even je sterrenbeeld aan. Ja, kom. Nog wel even de sterrenbeeld aan. Hoppakee. Turn on Zodiacs. Is goed, meisje. Welterusten. Lekker slapen. Ik hoop dat je het niet al te warm hebt vannacht. Dat je lekker rustig kan slapen. En ik spreek je als het een beetje mee zit morgen weer. Dankjewel voor de kopie. En ik heb je B opgehaald, overigens. Die ga ik bekijken met de rest van de huizen. En dan, ik ga hem ook eventjes natuurlijk stiekem achter het scherm even bekijken. Ja. Ik wens jou ook een hele fijne slaap. En dankjewel dat je erbij was, Miss Enkeliemen. Dankjewel voor de kopie van de Twitch dingen. Want ik moet hem wel ergens hebben, maar ik weet even niet waar. Dus dan kan ik hem even opzoeken. Maar komt goed. Welterusten, wijfie. Dankjewel dat je er was. Bye bye. Toedels. Dag. Tot de volgende ronde. Even kijken. Hebben we nog iemand waarbij we een Finwick, een Hanford to Bagley gesprekje kunnen voeren? Of is het niet meer zo? Is iedereen al weg? Is iedereen weg? Is het zo? Is iedereen verdwenen? Iedereen is verdwenen. Iedereen is verdwenen. Nou, is wat.
So. Yeah.
Veranoy, Sueva, Parsicom.
So. So.
Oh, wacht. Wacht. Was hij niet... Nee, hij is niet. Nee, ik dacht dat hij het was, maar dat is hij niet. Oké, cool. Understood. Hey.
Marik Poshima?
Narshaya.
Oh. Oh, think well. Uh-huh. Oh. Besa Sway.
Huh?
Plavorva Pendola. Becky Wellner.
Chabiv DeRoy.
Abenor. Bad trip.
Grabna,
Uh-huh.
Pelzoheen.
Neba.
Oh.
Hana.
Uh-huh.
No. Yasanarp.
In a
Yambala.
prab. Ephedra.
Nou, dat ging even fout. Daar ging iets niet helemaal goed. Wie ben jij, Esther van Harkens? Geen idee wie je bent, dat geeft niks. Ook jij krijgt een zodiac-pingetje. Zo, ze krijgen steeds meer mensen een zodiac-pingetje. Hey, jij bent een...
Rogaba.
Even hand wat gehad.
Sula.
Brinka Flanobo.
Flazzle Pelka.
Lavar.
Ah, Bayumi.
Tina.
Better ingredients you use, the better your recipe will turn out. My grocery stall has always got some fresh ingredients that be sure to enhance any recipe of yours. Okay, cool.
Fella Balloon.
Yibs.
Ja, die. Looking to see new friends around these parts with this to visit right now to make proper introduction of myself. If you have the time and mind not to help, would you be a dear and grab me some of those grocery orders? Oh, and I've forgotten to eat again. Not to mention that bouquet I was going to make for my friends. Okay. I need to restock the grocery shelves a bit, and I hear you've got a bit of an animal connection. Would you mind tracing down something for me? Ja, we kunnen dat wel doen.
Harpin.
Oh, wat? Moet in 11 uurtjes moet ze alweer gaan werken. Kanonnen. Dan alweer. Dat is snel. Nou, ze is gelukkig niet meer bang voor vuur. Dat scheelt. Okay, my stomach is empty and my appetite is roaring. An aubergine parmesan would fill me right up. And as long as you're so gracefully indulging me, pumpkin scones to finish my meal sounds scrumptious. Just a single serving of each, please. I wouldn't want to be greedy after all. You're a lifesaver. I need to collect a few grocery orders, so just let them... If you don't mind, I'm feeling a bit peckish and could use a bite to eat. Could you bring me by a single serving of food of your choice? Oh, and here, let me give you a rose to take to lovely creature keeper who stays in the Bramblewood. I'm a bit nervous to deliver it myself. Would you mind bringing it to them and then telling me how it went? Customers have been asking for beige llama wool lately. I suppose they want a smidge more color in their lives. Please bring some of that. Bring some so that the grocery shop will have more of it to shelf. Uh-huh. Okay, well, let's see what we have to do. Deliver a single serving of aubergine parmesan and pumpkin scones to the grocery owner. Collect 4 grocery orders. Deliver a single serving of food to the grocery owner and deliver a rose to the creature keeper. Okay. Deliver 2 bundles of beige wool to the grocery owner. Okay, well, that we can do. We start with the creature keeper. We'll go there. Oh, nee. Nee! Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah! Echt, hè? Ben je dan zo dom? Of ligt het aan mij? Travel.
Zani, Cheflet Sacramario,
So-
Amsum,
Oh, Yishla?
Peru Oberoi.
Even kijken. It's also the Watson family. This is, oh, this is Scott, and that's Watson. Okay, yeah. Clear. Bramblewood. Creature keeper, where are you? Where's the creature keeper? Okay, let's go.
Ah?
Oké, even zien. Even kijken, hoe was het nou? Hier, waar was het nou? Gewoon die gabber. Niet daar. Dat is mijn eigen pand. Hij woont hier.
Yay?
Oké, even kijken. Deliver Rose.
Ooh, cool.
Tuga. So,
Yes, an arp.
Yapa? Oh. Bolza.
Ah, Burba.
This is a beautiful flower, but I'm left wondering if the grocery owner was correct notice about. Give them my regards and oh, let me give you these charming and verdant mushrooms to take to them as a way of to return the favor. They can be a gift or not. I'll leave it up to you. Don't want to send the wrong signals. Also, turn on Zodiac. And friendly. Correct coach. Coach reporter. Ben je tof. Nee, wacht. Dit doen we even anders. Anders gaat het weer 25.000 jaar duren voordat dat minster is. Oké. Coach reporter.
Bobanet. Ooh, Kipepta.
Yes. Soy brev.
Oola.
Laat het zo. zit erbij en wat is dit? Dat is een struik die Oké. Even kijken, want hij heeft nog meer hier staan. Wat we kunnen. Dus de Valorant plant. Die bieden. Ja, dat was het dus allemaal. Oké. Inspect cottage. Let's see what we can do with that. Might actually die here, but hey, that's a risk I'm willing to take. Just out enjoying the woods as should you. As should you. Find me if you've got mushrooms or berries to sell. Okay. Let's see it. Wild rabbit home. Okay. Ik weet niet, is er nog met die boom? Ik vind het zo apart dat die boom hier staat met al die lichtjes eromheen en zo. En het is ook niet een klein boompje of zo, het is echt een beste boom, jongen. Zo. Oeh, helemaal. Oh. Is dit? Wel, ja, goed. Okay. Kunnen we ook nog dus. Oké. Even kijken, wat hebben we nog meer? Oh, zo. Dit is niks. Die hadden we al gehad, hè? Die hebben we al gehad. Die waren we ook al geweest. Een grote boom. Maar dan ook een hele grote boom. Ehm, Even pauze, wat was dan? Loopt de tijd wel door, maar dan kunnen wij er niks mee. Oh, niks. Dat is ook niks. Niks. Ah, dan gaat Koet daarheen. gaat je op even heen gaan. Eventjes hoor. Ah, het gaat. Ik denk het weinig. Is zij zwanger? Ja. Zij is zwanger. Een jongetje. Ik had al zo vermoeden. Omdat ze zo zwangerig liep. En daar blijft ze ook aan. Even kijken.
Sarvel? Beamy.
Oké, hebben we nog bijzondere mushrooms te pakken? Of hebben we echt alleen maar dezelfde? Ja, we hebben weer allemaal dezelfde. Oké. Dan denk ik dat we die midnight alleen maar krijgen als we die dus kruisen. Oké, kijken. Cookie en Poppy en Konk. Oké. Nou, eens even kijken wat we hier vinden. Als we deze kant op lopen, vinden we een konijnenhuisje. En wat als we deze kant op lopen, dan gaan we hier. Maar dat kunnen we dus niet. Oké. Maar er is verder ook helemaal niks daar. En hier, is er hier nog wat? Nee, dat niet. Was leuk geweest. Maar nee. Search. Ja. Nou. Wat hebben we hier eigenlijk? Oh. Oh, dat zijn eendjes. Ach, wat lief. Wat hebben we gevonden? hebben we een magic pink gevonden. Oh. Dat is interessant. Misschien moeten wij dan... even kijken hoor, wat verstoppen wij hier? Hide. Wat naam? Oh, dat is, wacht even. Dat is wel heel veel. Hide item. En deze. Oké, ik ga eventjes het raam dicht doen. En ik ga eventjes, denk ik, wat te drinken maken voor mezelf. Ik ben zo terug. Ik zou zeggen, ga ook even wat pakken. Strek even de beentjes. Pak een koekje, pak wat te snacken, pak wat te drinken. En dan zien we elkaar zo meteen weer terug. En dan ja, gaan we wel verder. Ik zie jullie zo meteen na de pauze. Good evening, Mark. How are you today? I hope you're good. I hope you're fine. I hope you are well rested and feeling good and all that. I was just getting myself a drink, so I'll turn the alarm off because that's not needed now. Hello, how are you? It's quiet today because everyone has to go to work, so a lot of people have gone to sleep. But here we are. No, you're not good? You're not good? Oh boy. That sounds not really fine. I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, she needs to go home real quick. One here. Yes. I'm sorry to hear that, Mark. Yeah, I know that problem. I know that problem. Let me see over here. We have here. If it wants to work with me, it would be nice. And it doesn't. Come on. Okay, here we go. Over here we have it 21 degrees, around 21, 22. The humidity in the air at the moment is 64%. We had some rain. Earlier today we had a thunderstorm with a lot of rain. Now it's gone again. There will be rain expected again about, I think, I don't know. Let me see. Well, currently the air humidity is 74 with 9% chance of rain, and it's currently 18 degrees. It's cooling down again. We have a lot of, well, there's not much pollens. Fungi is low. So for allergies, it's okay-ish. Arthritis, sinus, flu, and migraine, asthma. Asthma is medium, but migraine is low. Outside activities, fishing is not really recommended. Hard running is actually okay. Golf would be okay. Bicycling is perfect. The beach and the swimming pools are perfect. Watching stars is okay, and doing walking is also okay. It's ideal to fly, ideal to drive. Good time to mow your lawn. Oh, hold on. Scheiße. we have this. It's ideal to mow your lawn. It's good to compost and to eat outside. It's good. We have a low to medium mosquito problem. There's a high level of house pests, and there's a high pest thingy going on outside. So yeah. That's for sized. Currently it's 19 degrees, but it feels like 17, they say. In the night it will go down to 13 degrees. In the morning it will be 25. And the you have a, well, I can actually look it up at your place, amazingly enough. You were in Poland, yes? Are you in Brest or in Gdansk? Which side of Poland are you on? That's what I call pro weather forecast. Yeah, well, I have it all on the phone here. I don't know if it is actually correct. But there you go. You're near Gdansk. Okay, let's see what that does say. Okay, hold on. Does it go there? There we go. Uh-huh. Okay, we have, oh, I cannot pronounce that. Is it Chu? Gdansk is your city. Okay, then we are going to Gdansk. Okay. You have rain there. Not the, yeah, actually you have very heavy rainfall there. Let's see. Can we get any? Can we get any? Can I get any readings from this? Actual circumstances. Not the Netherlands. I would like to have it in Gdansk if you do not mind. Poland. Okay, let's go to Poland. I want to go. Okay, it's a bit slow. Forgive me. Oh no, doesn't want to go there. Basically zooms out at but why can I not do that? Satellite. It's not really letting me do it. But yeah, I can actually see on the satellite that you guys have rain there, and it is very cloudy by the looks of it. I don't get the readings from Poland that I get from the Netherlands, but yeah. Maybe I can set it to there. Hold on. Can I set it to search. Good. Let's see. No. It doesn't go to outside the country. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, well, it was actually saying that it was still very green over there where you are, which indicated that there was still a high concentration of air humidity to actually fall from the sky. So there's still a very high chance of how do you call it? Rain. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Oh. When new. Oh.
Yeah, you can see that around you. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good to know that you can do that. Which is very good. Keep on that track because that's very important. If you cannot see what's going on around you, that is where we will have a problem. So yeah, that's good. That's good to know. You can see what's going on around you. That's good to know. Yeah, very important. Let's see. Take the rose. Okay, what I will do. I might actually do it this way. Hold on.
Saponario. Ben trip. Bow.
Let's do it this way. Uh-huh. No, didn't want to have a flower. Hold on. Doesn't want to have a flower. Give proteins. Let's give it a strawberry. See what it does.
Oh. Bumbit?
Hey, Erratic! You're back! I didn't think you would be back. I think you went to bed. I can imagine that. Yeah, this humidity is indeed. It is quite nasty. That's one for sure.
Boo. Ah. Yes. No. But these Bumbit.
One midnight treat. Ooh. Animals that eat this produce obsidian milk and black wool. Chickens, however, beware. Oh my gosh. Had to make a long call for work. Yeah, we are in the chat room, so you can actually join in if you like. It's open. and free fall.
Sombra, Bankaru, Konoimi Senefesh.
Let's see. Give flour. Give wool. Let's see what it thinks of a flower. We're going to give it a rose. Or are we going to give it an orchid? Bird of paradise? With a bird of paradise.
Ah. Huh?
Oh! Favorite gift. Cool. So that one likes flowers. Rainbow egg. Well, thank you very much for the rainbow egg. Not that I can do anything with it, but there you go. Oh, blast, the cat is being ill. Ah, let's take the cat to the vet clinic. How long before I have to work? They had questions about the website that you made for them? For bed and breakfast. What kind of website did you make? Oh, now I wonder. Was it a good one? Was it a naughty one? Let's see. That one did good. When do I have to go to work? Oh, I have to go to work in 3 hours. Damn. Can I get the cat? Okay, let's take the cat to the vet. Good evening. There you are. Take to the vet clinic.
Bueno. Huh. Yips! Ishinoi.
Good evening.
Hello, hello.
Shape of my pew.
Well, since Raptor is here, I believe I have to relax him a bit more. Well, I'm not relaxed because I feel shitty, really.
Yeah.
So at least he will be relaxed. At least someone.
Yeah. Well, I think we can all help each other on that one. Basically, give each other a
Uh,
little bit of relaxing and humor and good feel. We cannot take
as
the
yes,
the we cannot take your migraine away, but
it's true. It will pass by itself when time comes.
I hope. I hope.
Oh, always does. No worries. It usually takes 2 to 3 days max.
Oh boy. Well,
Yes.
that's 2 to 3 days too long if you ask me, but there we go.
Well, it is what it is.
And that's true. That's true. We cannot do anything more than that. Okay,
I
that.
mean, migraines do suck, but truly, trust me, it's not even near the neuralgia attacks
Mm-hmm.
when your part of your face is paralyzed.
Yeah. Well,
You can
you
go on.
are you talking about facial nerve pain or what are you talking about?
It is neuralgia, as prefer to call it. Yes, indeed, it is the permanent damage to the facial nerves, which, depending on the damage to your brain, may be severe or let's let's say moderate.
Uh-huh.
In
Because
my case, it's a very, very severe.
I have to say I am familiar with the facial nerve pain because
Mhm.
my right jaw is not fitting in its socket, which actually irritates the nerve that's beside it on the temple on the side. And
Mhm.
I have had pretty much nasty pains on that one at times. Was medicated for it. Would be completely like a drone. Then I would be really, really out of it. But since that they took all my teeth out, it's gone. That's good.
Well, that's at least something.
Yeah, but yeah, I know the nerve pain, so yeah, I know what kind of shape you were in then.
I mean, in my case, well, Raptor probably doesn't know about it, but I have a wreck of a man when it comes to the head. I have
Roby!
a
Sure!
form of a very advanced epilepsy. I have anxiety, very advanced anxiety, and a brain damage.
Hmm.
I had a tumor. Tumor was removed, but unsuccessfully. It left some traces, so I went to the surgery, suffered with a massive bleeding, so my blood veins are like in pieces right now. So when the migraine appears, two things may happen. One, it will just be migraine, which is at acceptable levels at some point,
Mm-hmm.
but it may trigger other pain, other parts of the head, not necessarily brain itself, but of the head. And my scale of pain which I can suffer from is varying. It can vary from the, well, let's say acceptable, and at least acceptable if you take a pills. And I'm talking about the basic pills like ibuprofen or ibuprofen or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, to the pain which is unimaginable and the only highly unrecommended hospital drugs are prescribed for you. And maybe even these drugs cannot fully, ease your pain occasionally. However, this kind of pain is very rare, fortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I,
I would get medication that was actually meant for people with epileptica,
hmm,
with epileptic seizures, because what they were trying to do was actually shut down the nerve that was giving
but
the
that is,
what was
yes,
it?
that's the nature of this. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's true. It's a nature of the meds for epilepsy. We usually just stun neural system of the head.
that's what they did, and basically what it did was completely knock me out. I would be very, yeah, I would be like a zombie then. But the problem was that I, at some point, became allergic to the initial pain medication that I got. and I cannot use those anymore. So I have now different medication, but I only take that when I feel it popping up, when it starts basically, doing its thing. Now I didn't have it last year, but that might have been because of the winter was actually not very harsh. Um, we didn't have snow and all that kind of stuff. So that might have been the reason that I didn't have any trouble, because it's also in a way related to the weather. The moment that it is getting a certain drop from a normal temperature to really really cold, that's where I got the trouble. But I don't know if that actually might happen again or not. As far as it goes now, I didn't have any trouble for 2 years, which is still quite long, but still doesn't want to say that it is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because the jaw is still out of its socket. It's not reaching it. The jaw is way too small. So I would expect it to actually act up at some point again.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah, so I will wait for it. That's all I can do.
Precisely.
Yeah,
Ooh,
there's not
Miss
much that you can do.
Mobile.
But I have been on suicide watch. Do you remember? Do you even can you even imagine that? I've been on suicide watch, because what they said was if people have that kind of pain, they're very tempted to actually either mutilate themselves or kill themselves because of the pain.
Oh, trust me, I tried both
Yeah,
in the past.
yeah, that's what they said. Um, I'm not doing that, but what I do actually when I get that pain is to numb it. I slap myself in the face on that spot that is actually where the pain is originating from, where it's radiating from. I slap myself very hard in the face, and then it goes numb as well. Not really for a long time, because 5 minutes later it's the same problem all over again, and most likely even worse than it was before. So yeah. Is it working? No.
Lullaby.
Hmm. No, in my case it didn't work.
No, didn't in mine either. Expensive treatment.
However, there was a funny comment made by a doctor at the hospital when I tried.
And
I said to the doctor that I told him my story, my whole story about why such a motive has been taken, what's behind it. And eventually, doctor says, "Oh, what's the goal you wanted to achieve?" I said, "I wanted to, check out if maybe a death is a solution, final one, but nevertheless the solution itself." He said, "Well, you've been technically dead for a couple of seconds, so how do you think now?"
Didn't do much
Well,
good.
no, he didn't work. He just smiled and said, "Fine, just don't do it again, bro." And that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that problem.
It was many years ago.
Yeah. Well, my facial pain started actually, as far as I can remember, it started in 2000, the same time that I lost my hair on one side of my head, and I got actually the psoriasis and all that other shit that actually happened to me in just 1 year. But my mom said that I had it before, which I couldn't remember. And trust me, this pain you don't forget. If you had it once, you will never forget it. So yeah, I don't know. She claims I had it before, but I don't know. Ah well. What
Oh,
can
I
we?
forgot to tell you. I
What?
forgot to tell you that it's really cool to socialize and exchange vocals. Sorry, bro.
What?
My brain.
Huh?
I said it's really cool to exchange the vocals with you again.
The vocals?
Vocals. Don't
Oh, the
don't you know
vocals. The vocals. Okay, yeah. You mean talking to each other? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, in UK, some older folks usually say, "Let's exchange some vocals" instead of "let's talk."
Oh, I
Let's
don't. I
have a
didn't
talk.
know that. I didn't know that. It's an expression
Let,
unknown
let,
to
let,
me.
let's let's exchange some vocals, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, we.
bloody fantastic!
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's an unknown phrase for me. I don't know that one.
If
Okay.
you say if you in Scotland or Wales, you say let's exchange some vocal, lad.
Yeah. Let's exchange some
He
vocal,
he,
lad.
he may actually say Vamble. Vamble is like fantastic in Wales and Scotland.
Oh,
Vamble.
okay. Okay. Well, I will. I will. I
Well,
will learn some Welsh from you yet.
no, no. I mean, most of Welsh people speak RP English.
Oh.
It's very
Okay.
easy. It's very easy to understand. Sometimes I make even a sarcastic joke that I met more English speakers, like native speakers, but using the RP English in Wales than I did in England.
Uh-huh.
However, there is a language similar to the relic from the past, like in Scotland. In Scotland, we have two relics. One is called Doric, and the second is called Gaelic.
Yeah, Gaelic,
Uh,
I've heard at times, yeah, which is very
and the
difficult.
other one is Doric. Gaelic is native for the western part of Scotland, and for the
Uh-huh.
eastern part of Scotland, it's Doric. However, in Wales, you also have a unused, literally dead. I mean, it's not dead entirely. Language which is called Canvaik.
Okay.
Canvaik. It's a very ancient language used to be the primary language in Wales. Well, primary
Okay.
language when I know like 1,000 years ago. I mean, Canvaik is almost dead as well as Doric.
Okay.
Yet when it comes to the Gaelic, which is by many Scots considered as a part of a national legacy, Gaelic is still taught in some schools in
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah.
There is even a whole class each year established on the University of Stirling in central Scotland, where all the topics are taught in Gaelic instead of English.
Okay.
That's a very interesting story.
Yeah. Well, you have to know such things, and to be very honest, I'm not really that good in the history of certain languages entirely, so that's one. But
Oh yes, my live functional brother lives in Scotland, so yes, I've visited Scotland so many times.
yeah.
I mean, I like Scottish people sometimes, which is probably very politically incorrect when being in presence of Englishmen and English women
Uh-huh.
to say, but I sometimes even prefer Scottish people to English, really. But
Well,
just like a decent, humble people, not pretending to be someone else. And in England, in most of England, particularly big cities like London, it's kind of like a circus of emptiness, similar to the USA and like New York or Washington,
yeah.
where everything is wow. You must tell everyone how big is your flat, how big is your car, and how big is your dick.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, keep that
So
back.
Well,
Scottish people
Oh,
live
snap.
more like according to the nature.
yeah. Well, I
If you follow
must
my
say,
drift.
yeah, I follow your drift. I must say, the only Scottish person that I ever met for a long period, actually, uh, sadly happened to be completely contradicting what you're now saying because he was an absolute asshole.
Oh, really?
So, but I do realize he's not actually standing profile for the entire Scottish nation, but
No.
he was an absolute shithead. Absolutely. Uh, the man was completely, yeah. I didn't like him. Let me say that.
Mm.
I absolutely didn't like him. And he thought very highly of himself. Um, so,
That's
yeah.
that's unusual for Scott.
Yeah, well, he was giving out off actually about Scotland being this world leading country because actually the most of the inventions that have been made in the world were technically done in Scotland, and what was it that he said they were done at there was a certain location that he mentioned, and I was very
Was it
bad.
a city or a town?
I think it was a city something. If you say it, I might actually recognize it because my brain with names is really bad.
Well, the most famous places in Scotland are Glasgow or Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. That is what he was talking
Edinburgh.
about. He was talking about Edinburgh. And it was the place where they discovered some really important medications for very important diseases, and if it was up to the Scottish people they would have cured cancer way time ago, and I was like, yeah, it's good, it's good.
It's
I was,
partially true
it's part, yeah,
at
but
some point.
he was also saying that his family was also part in it and
Oh
all
yes, of
that,
course. Oh, yes.
and everyone liked him, and he was such a very nice guy. Everyone loved him. The females all wanted to basically hop into the bed with him, and they were like, well, this
Oh
female
yes.
doesn't. This female actually wants to kick you in the nuts, but she can't.
You know, if you haven't told me already, he was Scottish. I would assume he's American.
Yeah, you would think that. Yeah, most likely he has been hanging around with Americans a bit too much. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. He was a real shithead. That was what he was actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, we quite often watch. Me and my wife, of course, quite often watch the documentary TV series on like Discovery or National Geographic or Home and Garden TV. And on the Home and Garden TV is the program, which is a very famous program across the globe called the International House Hunters.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that one. Yeah.
And I am always laughing when see American people buying big houses
Yeah.
because no matter how big house is, they're gonna always fucking complain that it is too small.
Yeah, there's always
And it's
something wrong with it.
Yeah, there's something absolutely. And first thing is the house is too small. You can say it's like 200 square meters too small. You can say 500 square meters. It's still too small for them.
Yeah, yeah.
However,
Always.
one of the most sarcastic moments is when typical American client trying to buy a new house goes to the kitchen and he says, "Oh, I can imagine myself in this kitchen, dreaming about cooking awesome stuff and tasting out new cuisine. Yet in like 90%, she's gonna serve only chips and pizza
Yeah,
because
most
most of them
likely.
can't cook." Yeah, that's so fucking ridiculous and selfish, but it's so arrogant.
Yeah, it's indeed that. Well, that's exactly what I have indeed also noticed about the Americans. All nice and dandy, but God, crying, these people really. Everything has to be big. Everything has to be huge. Everything has to be gigantic, and I don't know why that is. Because yeah, they have a thing for it. I don't know
I
what it
think,
is.
I met once the a lady from United States. I think she was quite young. I met her during Gaming in Fallout 76, and we talked a bit. She was a very nice person. She was living in UK. She moved to UK
Yeah,
because she didn't really like United States. And I told her all about my sarcasm. She said it's well deserved, and United States, a great country, but country full of really arrogant and selfish people thinking they're like a center of the universe.
Bimbus.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
that's exactly what I have heard also from another American. I do,
and
of course, speak them at times, but yeah, there are a lot of Americans that say that.
but she told me very interesting phrase thing. I never heard before, and in particular, never heard it from an American person. She said it's when it comes to houses, the houses, building houses, buying houses, and space, like a living space for Americans.
Yeah.
That it's all originates in the fact because they are so arrogant, they do not respect the land.
No, that's
Because
true.
yeah, I never look at it from this angle, to be honest.
Hmm. Well, if you look at it, if you look at how they basically have their celebrations, for instance, they have Thanksgiving Day. The way that they
Yeah.
celebrate Thanksgiving Day is actually quite ludicrous, because the way that they do is they basically state that they are giving back to the land and that they thank the land and all the people that were already there, for what they did, blah 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 blah. Actually, it's a facade. And a lot of people will say that in America, it's a facade, because
It is.
what they basically are doing is they are stating that they are so thankful for the Native Americans that they could stay in them. Yeah, after they butchered
Oh
them,
yeah.
after they butchered half of them, and the other half, basically that was remaining, they just put them in reserves, and those people were not even allowed to do anything anymore after that. So I don't know, but your Thanksgiving Day stinks. I don't know why it's still tradition. I don't even know why no one is going off about that as much as they do about the American, the American African Americans going off about the fact that they have been being discriminated for so long. I'm going like, okay, basically, what you all should know as Americans, go look at the natives that have been there before all of you actually arrived and started basically messing up the place. I mean, really, you don't hear them. They don't basically speak up for the fact that they have been mutilated, murdered, raped, robbed, and kicked off their lands altogether. You don't hear them. You don't hear anything about that. And here is a large group that was imported. I do have to say that they were imported. They were not basically going there by free will. They were imported, but they basically now act as if they have all the rights to have an excuse for what we have done to them in the past. You don't hear the Native Americans say that ever. There's none of them that basically go on about that. At least not to my knowledge. And I've asked a couple of Americans, and they actually also say you don't hear anything from them. But then again, they are in reservates, and not much news from inside the reservate goes out, and not much news from outside actually does anything to the people that are in there. Which is also true,
Yeah.
because they basically are held as a sort of captive in those reservates. Because the weird thing is that the rules and regulations that were set up when they were put in there are still standing after all these years, which is ludicrous. It's just, I don't understand. I don't understand America, but there you go.
Um, this topic brings memories of the interview I once had in the TV on BBC.
Hmm.
There was the Dutch professor of law, a lawyer, and a very famous judge
Yeah.
from the Tribunal of Hague, which is technically the most important Supreme Court in the Europe.
Uh-huh.
And he was asked once about, I'm sorry, about the worst
Oh,
crime against humanity ever conducted before.
Uh-huh.
And after a moment of silence, thinking, he said that the worst crime against humanity, in his opinion, was the annihilation of the Native American Indians.
Yeah. Well, to be very honest, I do agree with that person to a certain level, but do not forget it was not just that group. The problem is that we basically tend to forget the bigger picture. We lose the bigger picture, which actually is also the Portuguese were doing it as well. The Spanish people were doing it as well. They were just doing it in South America, not in America itself. So there's a bigger picture. Basically, humans have been mutilating, killing, raping, kicking each other off the land through ages. It's not just one
Oh,
group
that's
doing
true.
it to the other. So it's not just the immigrants that basically came to America that basically mutilated the American natives that were already there. We have been doing this through eons of time, and I don't think that you can pin it on just one group. But the thing is that the Americans do have a tendency to make a big festive thing out of things, and yet here they actually scorn us about the festivity of Santa Claus. Because they basically state that man was a discriminating idiot because he had dark people as his quote unquote helpers. But they were not helpers, they say. Americans. This is what Americans say. They were not helpers, they were native. They were basically slaves bought by this so-called Spanish saint, and he had them as slaves, but he was just treating them a little bit better than the rest of the slaves were treated, which is not true. Because first of all, Santa Claus, what they are talking about, was a Turkish man. He was not Spanish, he was Turkish. And he came from Turkey to Spain, yes, because he was actually having his occupation in Spain. He was made a saint in Spain, but he was still Turkish. Yes, he had dark helpers, but those were free men. They were paid for what they did. They were not slaves. Because if one thing is basically very distinctive, separating the slaves from the ones that were free, is that slaves were never paid for what they did. And these guys that he had were paid. He basically bought them free from slavers. They were young kids that he bought free from slavers and then took under his wing, and they basically became his helpers. But America doesn't know that. Here in the Netherlands, everyone is going ballistic over it because we are basically losing now that particular quote-unquote tradition, which is still a bit odd, but here we go, you know. But in America, they do actually still have this celebration of Thanksgiving Day, and because of the word Thanksgiving Day, we do not speak a word about it. No one actually is questioning what kind of idiocy they are portraying there, because they are basically making a facade, portraying as if they were so good. No, you were not good. You were just as bad as the rest of the world. Don't go basically fooling yourself. That's basically what I'm saying. So
That's true.
I am agreeing with that professor or whatever his occupation was. I do agree with that, but don't pin it all on the Americans that they did that, because there are a lot of other. Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing, and this is what my grandmother said. You hear so many black people moaning and complaining about slavery. She said, but the first one that came up with slavery were actually black people, because the Africans amongst each other, tribes, would actually have wars. They would captivate people. They would bring them
That's
to their
true.
own.
That's
And those were
historically accurate,
fucking
true.
slaves. The first slave traders were fucking black, because they sold
That's-
them to the white people that came to the coast, that came actually there. So what are the black people doing? You know, I'm going,
That's
what
true,
are you
actually.
doing?
As you remember, my mom is a historian, and since I love the maritime history, she sent me. It was like a privilege because it was a very famous professor. She sent me a opportunity to go to the elections of a man who knows exactly this period of time.
Yeah.
And it's true. When the white colonists arrived to the Africa for the first time, they were offered the labor for price. There were black people captured by the rival tribes, and actually white people didn't know such thing. They were very surprised. Wait, what? You want to sell us a people?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if they didn't know about it, because here's the thing:
It seems
Vikings,
they didn't.
the Vikings were also taking slaves, and they were pretty white. I'm telling you that much. They took
Oh yes, for sure.
slaves of others that were also in the same country, but that they actually had a feud with. They would actually
But
come into the villages, burn the place down, take the survivors, and took them as slaves. But they did a different thing, because they integrated the slaves in their society, and the slaves were having the ability to become free again. And
yes,
that's the
but
difference
Viking.
from the African slaves, actually.
Yes, but the Vikings. These people were captives of Vikings. In this case, these people has not been captives of white men who
So no,
arrived to the.
no, and indeed they were sold. Yeah, that's the part. Yeah, I do agree on that one. Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Were already captives of other Africans who
yeah,
just kept them. And when white colonists arrived, actually first colonists were from Portugal.
yeah,
And they were surprised, to be honest, but they saw the great opportunity. You know, these people are cheap, they are well built, they can hard work. Why not?
yeah.
And
And
it
then
did
and then they
slavery.
brought them with them, and then they died, because those people that they bought were not actually very familiar with the bacteria and the diseases that were overseas, very normal, and they got a simple flu and they died, because they never had
And
flu, because it was not
for the
indigenous
whole
to their
the
place they were. So yeah, that is also what happened. The thing is that people have a tendency sorry for not chatting, I'm also playing Warzone in the background. No problem, Erratic, I mean.
actual actually I wanted to ask about Raptor that he's probably so unsatisfied with our politically incorrect stuff he didn't listening.
Yeah, most people will most likely chew our head off over it, because they go like, that is not true. What are you talking about? You are white privileged, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm white privileged with a dark grandmother. So there. And this is what I got from my grandmother. She was a dark woman. She was fucking black. And her grandparents were slaves. So go and tell that to them then. Okay? Okay, there.
Aye. Be, be right back, okay? I'm going
Yeah.
just to smoke quickly.
Okay, yeah, smoke one for me too. Even though I don't smoke anymore, but yeah, I would like to have a
I will.
cigarette every now and then. Let me see. I have to greet a co-worker, but all the co-workers she already know. So, oh, what's this? Oh, oh, look at this. Oh, they did very well with that one. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I see what they did. Oh, oh, this is so well made. Oh, I see what they did. I see what they did. Oh, excellent. Oh, this is excellent. They did actually a very good job on this one. They took a truck and they basically moved all kinds of cabinets, kitchen cabinets on the truck, and in such a way made the fire truck, and took, I think, sort of graffiti, I think that it was. I put it on the side, and this, wow, this is actually quite well done. But anyways, yeah, she has to greet co-workers, which is very hard to do. So this is going to be a problem. She wants to staff the front desk.
Bossy!
Greeting colleagues is important. Yeah, well, problem is I cannot greet them because I already know them. How am I going to greet the colleagues? Which is a bit of a problem, but there we go. Okay, well, we'll staff the front desk then. We will do that. If we ever can get there. Could you please go and staff the front desk, woman? Go staff the front desk. Hello. Okay, reset. Okay, so staff front desk.
What's up, boo?
Naya flu. Hatanoba. Pujing.
Uh-huh.
Valabalom.
Galba.
Harpin. Kinsa. Exum.
Washanoi.
Pilnabor. Pilnabor.
Let's see.
Swoodacho.
Uh-huh.
Lunjabirdna. Gerba base.
Shinoi.
Snibara Watanini.
Rabin.
Karenzi.
Oh, Nopsa.
Ha!
Visa Sway.
Uh-huh.
Lavorva Pendola. Becky Welma.
Cueva.
Oh, she cannot create the
Shushi.
Oh, well.
Fej. Vanu Waxola nu. Inaplavar. Shisna. Zopiga. Panavi.
Sarpava
Yigla.
Yanis. Una Burr.
Yigla.
let's see.
Oh, Adisa. Benarla. Oh, Satork.
Branka Flanobo.
Piguna.
Lavar.
Oh,
let's
Pampini.
see.
Tina.
Talk about
Zonk
tell
and
that
go.
paperwork.
Flinabor.
Osboo.
Sikla Yuma.
Yips.
Sipa Navy. Swoodacho.
Uh-huh.
Lunjabirdna. Gerba base.
Yibs.
Open. Vappin. Lopey. Bobanef. Ooh, keep that Z. Tokiboo. See why?
Oh, Zarps.
Barochi.
Deep conversation.
Venorba KB Sibo.
Lisserac.
Close it.
Oh, Wavine.
Ina.
Uh-huh.
Yibs. Branka Flanobo.
Piguna.
Lavar.
Oh, Pampini.
Ina. Biola Gora. Jabin. Shashka Grove. Kumapar. Sinzibi. Pardue. Ifitame. Zababa. Kapli. Vambo Yali. Huh? Sawani Junga. Abanori Yikla. Let him move.
Oh.
In a pleave. Saba. Yasamba Pony. Yappy Bazaar. Rosla Nagar. Falabalom.
Grenea.
Harpin. Jama. Numa Unga.
Uh,
Soybe Zov.
Dorna.
Malene. Miva.
Forbay.
Wizamo.
Aspa.
Mola Shibine. Oh.
Yuya.
Whipple. Grenza. Funo. Zons.
Ambira.
Linda Borf.
Oh.
Sikla Yuma.
Frolis. Oh,
Shiba
Sababa.
Navy. Visa Sway.
Uh-huh.
Lavorva Pendola. Becky Welma.
Cueva.
Huh?
Dabishi Slackum.
Uh-huh.
Kankuya.
Gownie. Huh.
Washinoi. Uh-huh. Oh, Saganay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, Sarpava Wissadib.
Damn. The air outside stinks really. You know, sometimes after a rain,
Oh, honey.
long lasting rain, air really stinks like a, I don't know, a water smell or
Yeah.
on swamps. I think I know what I mean. You know
Like,
what I mean.
yeah, like a wet dog, basically.
Yeah.
Pushka.
It does
Yeah, exactly.
a little bit sewery. Yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's when the sewers have been indeed too dry, and then all of a sudden there's a lot of rain. Then the basically the dried up mud from the sewers becomes wet again. Then that is where the explosion of air of this smell comes through.
Really? Is that a real reason?
Yeah, of course, because this is basically what you. If you go into the forest, for instance, forest is nice. Everyone loves the forest, and people are talking about, oh, the forest smells so good. Actually, what you are smelling there is death, because what you're smelling is rotten leaves, rotten wood, and moss, and all that kind of stuff combined. And we seem to like that smell, but technically it's all death. It's all rotten stuff that you smell there. Now, if rain comes, that smell basically gets a little bit different because there's humid add to this particular pile, so it starts composting. There is where the rotting process actually starts. That's the smell that some of us do not like, but some of us do like. And that is the compost that you smell, and that is absolute rotting process. It's really weird how we are wired.
Wow.
Yeah, we are really weird wired. I mean, yeah,
Oh.
we're weird people. Because here's another thing. We have a tendency to absolutely love things that are basically not so lovable. For instance, dolphins. We are all basically ask anyone and they will tell you that they love dolphins. Dolphins are good. Dolphins are marvelous creatures. But what we do not know apparently is how incredibly aggressive dolphin males can become, and actually are, if they don't get a sexual release every now and then. Dolphins are very hormone driven in sort of way, as I call it. And there is footage, not much, but there is footage of young dolphin males in a group go hunt a group of females that's nearby. They basically chase them, and if those females have young with them, they will kill off the young, and they absolutely aggressively, in group, in teamwork, rape the females. That's what they do. Those are the cute little
Wow.
dolphins that we are all liking so much. And we love them. Oh, so cute. Oh, so cute. Yeah, but if you don't be careful, they basically will freaking do nasty stuff to you. You don't want to know. That's what dolphins are. In the dolphinarium, there has been footage coming free from it because it's kept secret. They don't want to actually leak it out. But there's footage of it. Someone actually infiltrated in the dolphinarium here in the Netherlands, in Harderwijk. And it has been discovered. And it's not only here in Harderwijk that they said that. But it apparently is also in other places where they keep dolphins in captivity. You have one person that's been designated and paid, and this is really horrid, to give dolphins hand jobs. Because the male dolphins are completely not controllable if you let them be.
Oh, I see.
They become very aggressive and will even do stuff that you don't like. Like, for instance, they will actually drown the divers that will be in the water with them because they actually actively start to actually portray that particular behavior that they also see, that they have also witnessed outside of in the wild, that they actually will actively grab the human and start to rape the human, but they don't. It's kept secret. It's kept under the table. They start raping the person, but by raping them, they push them underwater and will actively drown the person if nothing is done. So something had to be done about that. So now they decided that it would be a good thing to keep the males in check by giving them hand jobs.
That's an incredible story.
It's horrid if you think about it.
Hmm.
because someone is actively being paid to keep those males in check. Technically, that sounds like slavery to me. That sounds like slavery to me. Really, it does. I mean, they have to keep the males in check because the males are so hormonal high, that if they are not getting their quote unquote blow off, they will actively become so aggressive that they cannot be controlled anymore. They will break free, so to speak. Not that they can actually go anywhere because they're in a locked off basin, but they become very aggressive. Even the orcas are keeping away from the dolphins because dolphins are bloody aggressive. But we all love them. We have nearly made them into a national lovable pet, which is not quite true. And same is with monkeys. You hear a load of people loving monkeys. Oh, monkeys, especially the chimps. They're very, very fond of chimpanzees.
Oh, actually, I know that's not true about monkeys, and particularly primals like chimps.
What is not
Because
true?
I know they are not nice animals as they think they are.
No, we find them very funny and we find them very lovable because
No, they are not, and
they are
chimpanzees are.
absolutely not. No. We start to find that out now. But do you know what wild chimpanzees do? That's something that we don't know yet either.
I mean, I heard about some stuff about chimpanzees before.
Yeah, well,
I know that.
of course, you cannot keep them as a pet. Let's be very honest, we all are aware of that. You cannot keep a chimpanzee as a pet. Don't do that because it will rip your face off one day. It will do that, trust me.
Yes, I've heard of all monkeys currently kept in captivity. Most of the people say that chimpanzees are the nicest, and actually that's not true because chimpanzees are actually most aggressive monkeys towards people.
Yeah.
And they're very brutal towards each other. They often kidnap other chimpanzees, kill them, rape them.
Yeah.
And I've heard about a lot of stories which made chimpanzees, in my eyes, like some very extremely savage animals.
They're very aggressive, and here is this is the thing. This has been discovered quite some time ago, but it has been basically forgotten, I think. I don't know what they did with it, but they didn't do anything with the information, because David Attenborough already had witnessed this, and he had already reported this way in the back. But now, recently, to my surprise, I read a couple of scientists that were studying apes in some place, I don't know where. Hello, Jarno. Good evening. They had been studying the apes in some kind of place where they basically have been in a controlled situation, been able to actually infiltrate in a certain level with these apes. These apes have been basically behaving towards the humans nearby, so they didn't attack them in an aggressive way, where most of the groups of apes were doing that. So that is why it was so very hard to actually get a group for study. Now this group actually let themselves being studied, and here's what happened. They at some point basically noticed that, again, young males, tomorrow for 3 weeks to Germany. Yay! Well, I hope you enjoyed. It's a very nice country, I've heard. Just the language is a bit hard, but there you go. Anyways, and again, it was a group of males that they have seen doing this. What happened was that every now and then, for no apparent reason, because they never have found the reason for this, young males grouped together basically go to a neighboring group of chimpanzees, and when that happens, absolute slaughter starts to occur. Because what they do is they basically kill all the males in that group if they get the chance, if they don't basically chase them off. They kill all the males, they kill all the babies, they eat the babies, it has been witnessed, they rape the females and then kill them as well. They basically slaughter entire groups.
I heard about it too.
And this was a discovery, quote unquote, that they came with, that they had said that they discovered that recently. I was like, you idiots, I knew this already for years. I've always been saying I absolutely do not like chimpanzees. I despise chimpanzees. But here's the thing, now they started to question, is it just chimpanzees that are doing this? And it turns out, yes, it has been only the chimpanzees doing this. But are the gorillas doing this? Not so much. Gorillas actually keep away from it because gorillas are way more peaceful. Even though everyone has been fearing the gorillas because they're so big and indeed incredibly strong. But gorillas are not like the chimpanzees. It's the chimpanzees that have been very aggressive. So much so that other animals keep way out of their territory. They keep away from the chimpanzees because chimpanzees are bloody ballistic at times. The orangutans are really peaceful. They are basically the pacifists of the entire area. Orangutans.
I really like him, by the way.
I love orangutans. They're so cute and they're so relaxed. And I don't know, but yeah, they're cute. But orangutans.
But also, well, anyway,
yeah,
I'll
yeah. Go on.
No,
Go on.
there was just in Poland we have a very in city of Breslau in the south we have a very large zoological garden, and I don't know what's the name of this facility where only apes are located inside.
I don't know it either, so don't ask me. I don't know, but yeah, I know what you mean.
And there was like a orangutan, a big old male, just sitting watching people. He looked like a smiling to people, but he was like a bit tired, and he was tired of all these people looking at him. At some point, I came to the big window glass, and he just looked at me, and I don't know. He did some gesture with hands, which I have no idea what meant.
Yeah.
But I really doubt it was like a middle finger, more like hi or something similar.
Yeah.
And he did it, and he did it towards me, so I will feel like a really privileged and smiled to him. I think he understood.
Yeah, they're very, very intelligent. There has been also footage, that's recent actually, from Burgers Zoo here in the Netherlands. There was this gorilla female. She was a very well liked female. She was also very well liked within the group of apes that she was living in, gorillas that she was living in. And she fell pregnant. No one had noticed, by the way, that she was pregnant. So when she started to behave differently, she kept herself away, she was hiding and all that, they found out that she was actually pregnant. So that was not a problem. So they monitored her and they kept a good eye on her during her pregnancy, and everything seemed to go well. But at some point she had gone into labor. So she was basically helped with that. She was kept aside and she basically delivered the baby, but it turned out, or they thought, that it was stillborn. So she basically was brought back to her own cage. I will call it cage because I don't have another name for it. She was brought back to her own cage.
Let's call it a cage.
But they basically managed to revive the infant, the baby that was born. And what they did was they basically placed it again in a side cage that was next to hers, and they opened the slide and she could go through, and you could see she went to the little baby that was laying there, and you could see her think, what am I going to do? It's dead. She thought it was dead. So you could see the expression on her face as well, that she really was in distraught because she had lost her baby. She didn't know what to do with it, and now they placed it here with her. Why was it here? And then all of a sudden, this baby stretches out with his little hand towards her, and you can see her change, flip from one side to the other. The face of despair just basically becomes absolutely elevated, and she grabs that little baby and she holds it very tightly to her, and you can see her shake from basically the release of stress that falls off her because this baby is alive and she basically is very happy. So I'm very much convinced that primates like gorillas and orangutans are actually way more intelligent than we all give them credit for. They have been known to use certain sign language amongst each other. They have been known to use a certain sound language amongst each other. And I have always said the fact that it doesn't speak like humans doesn't want to say that it is stupid.
That's true.
And I believe gorillas and orangutans, I don't know about chimpanzees because I really don't trust them. But the gorillas and the orangutans are way more intelligent than that we give them credit for. And that goes for a lot of animals. A lot of animals, we basically went from they don't have any feelings or anything, as humans, we basically thought that in the past animals don't even have brains. We have been thinking that for quite some time as well in the past. But they do have brains, we know that now, which means they also have some kind of feelings. That they don't share the same long, elongated, emotional stuff that we have because we have been basically growing, piling it up to a complete extent that is ludicrous, if you ask me. But animals have a basic instinctual emotional setup. They know grief, they know pain, they know fear, they know happiness. They are aware of it and they are showing it constantly. I don't know why scientists still basically say that animals, oh, look at this, the crow, oh, he's using a stick to actually get food out of a bottle. Oh, that's so intelligent. Well, sorry, dipshit, to give you the news, but this crow was not as stupid as you always thought that it was. This crow is actually evolving and still very intelligent. Even though it doesn't speak our language, those birds might have a very small brain and a very small head. Doesn't want to say that they're stupid. And the same goes with other animals as well. And I don't understand why they don't pick up on that part. You know? I don't understand that. Oh, break time. Back in 50 minutes. Okay. So you're going to Germany, Jarno?
Zwoordcho.
And you're going for 3 weeks. You're going for 3 weeks to Germany in Dahlem. Dahlem, I think it is. Yes? By the Eifel? Never heard of that place. Never heard of it.
Gerber base.
Oh, personality trait. Embrace the change. Social yeah, sure. Go
Noi.
do that.
Oh.
Ah.
Insula.
Huh?
Shazzle. Washinoi.
Okay, so greeting these people is not really a thing because you cannot greet them, which is really weird. Yeah, so and you do that for I think it was because you had been telling about it. It was for a camp or something like that. A vacation location it was a holiday location. I understood. So that's nice. I hope you have lots to do, and that you have a lot of fun. But it sounds like you will have. And is that for adults or is that for kids? Or is it mixed? Adults and kids. That could also be. Vacation park, yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah. Or holiday park.
Ah,
Most kids. Okay. What age group? Do you know that as well, or
Arsene, Ogun, Galankshanay.
Yoda?
Nabatori, Brave. Rabo Klutz, huh? Stulane.
Grachow. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Let's see. Ask about day.
Sapivdo Hebene.
Discuss interest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tinkwell. Fella Balloon.
And Zerba.
Ooh, Harpin. Compi Sawa.
Huh?
Gloombook Forba. And Zabi.
Harpene.
Haga, Rix.
Guasha? Pepso.
Oh.
Yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine. Depends also what kind of people are coming over there, that are going to have their holidays there, and what kind of time of year it is. I would say
Vadish.
that's also very important.
Mm-hmm.
Vanarla. Bisa Sway.
Huh?
Plavorva Pendola. Becky Wellma.
Frolis Girga.
Huh?
Oh, and it's
Sounds like it's
And
going
it's
to be
soup.
fun. Sounds like it's going to be fun.
Father Yonis.
And do you prepare in advance, or do you go there? You basically first go and have a little bit of an how do you call that? A little bit of an observation on what kind of kids you might actually be working with, and then prepare what you're going to do for those 3 weeks, or how does it work?
Una Burr. Borima Hinaba.
Gaba Woony Hish.
Barsip Neebs.
Ternoi.
Or soy. Cebu.
Benorba KB Sibo.
Fatiba Bamel.
Blows it.
That's rip.
Ida. Dushao. Capuna.
Oh,
Shimo Janib. Yafavint. Smirgs Nizo. Boujing. Arsene. Wegwin Ogwin. Galankshanay.
Oh.
Sparfa Pivna? Muma.
Okay, so there is indeed a planning then. Yeah. Well, you're looking forward to it. It must be really fun, I would say.
Ooh, Harpin.
Ah.
And do you already know who you are going to be working with, or do you not know that either?
Brinka Flanobo.
Simbab Kriko.
Lavar.
Shamabu.
Tina. Gaba Woony Hish.
Barsip Neebs.
Ternoi.
Or soy. Cebu.
Yes. Marik Poshima?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Tinkwell. Wavu
I don't know.
Dorishi.
Short.
Iba. Iba Nemor. Iba Nemor.
Uh-huh.
Arvini.
Uh-huh. Yibs.
Benorba KB Sibo.
Fatiba Bamel.
Blows it.
That's rip.
Ina Bush. Ubisa Stay. Akreets. Abanor Yikla. Let him move. Abenor.
Oh, that's very good. That's absolutely marvelous, because you really need that. You really need that. Well, that's very good. That's very nice.
Norfa. One more. Laguni. Bill. Tripna. Shupi.
So you'll be looking forward to it. When are you going? You said that, I think. Tomorrow. You're going tomorrow. So what time do you go? What time do you leave?
Shumi. Jabin. Sharshka Grove. Ribaza and Lumpik. Doki. Mouse select. Tribna. Ukarao. Barik. Fella. Borbaso. Pwipsalai. Spiffy Gibbs.
Epso.
Spiffy Gibbs. Globe. Kletstrom. Nabathori. Brabe. Chima Rabu. Lepon Weaver. Floib. Jungie Vobe, huh?
Oh, nice. So you will be picked up, so you don't have to drive yourself. That's a good thing. That's actually quite good.
Fella Balloon.
Exciting.
Zo.
Ah.
Neva.
Huh?
Wizamo.
Ha
Mola Shibane.
Arbine.
Ripple.
Gibbs.
And you have been looking out for it for quite some time already, so that will basically be it will be very exciting to finally be there tomorrow, you know, finally going. Which really is nice.
Cookie Boo. See why?
Cobbler.
Florid. Zons.
Oh,
Flindabor.
Flurba?
Sickla Yama.
Wha- Ashadazio.
Navy. Swoodacho.
Huh?
Lunjabertna. Gerba Base.
Shabiv Deroy.
Waxa Nador. Hoopate. Yeshika. Bator. Ubisa Stay. A crease. Arabroop. A pleba. Preta Flimabor.
Quota.
Skibarao.
Okay. Yep. Okay, she has great reputation. That's good. Okay, we're going good. We're doing good. We're doing good, people. Oh, do that. Yeah, that's safe for work joke.
Compi Sawa.
Huh?
Glomba Corba. And Zabi.
Harbine.
Haga. Rix.
Farmu.
Bonil. Slaffador.
Wadisa. Winu. Pinkura. Subi Whip. Rar. Oh, Sagane.
Snurza.
Huh?
Tiba Snurza.
Ha
Pabla Yami.
Arbine.
Yibla.
Okay, her work day will end
Oh,
It's
a
Gibbs.
couple, and then she will be.
Willafoy.
Okay, she can also talk to her. I don't know what the hell she's wearing, but the combination is really awful. Okay.
Oh. Ah, you
Come on, girl. Get your ass over here. Pull over.
Torka.
You're going again? Okay. Well, I hope you have a marvelous time in those 3 weeks in Germany. And, well, I like to hear about it when you're back. Have a great time. Have a good sleep because you will be, of course, excited. So I hope you still will get a good sleep before tomorrow. And I will speak to you soon, I hope. Have a great time. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.
Gushal. Tribna Fenip. Benarla Deroy.
Let's see. Oh, he's a firefighter too. Co-worker. Okay, so there we go.
Ablish. Gelbador. Damsa Garby. Suflo Bopis Wogra. Chilni. Bina Garza Fwib.
Chicks Rimbloff? Sibava.
Blej. Fella Balloon. Harpoon.
Yibs, Sharuna in a preb.
Foosh.
Ah, only 30 simoleons. Which is not so strange because she cannot read anyone anymore. Everyone has been there.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We have said goodbye to Jarno, who will be going for 3 weeks to Germany tomorrow to work at a holiday camp to entertain kids.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, it is.
Well, good luck on your Germany trip.
Yeah, she's already gone, but or he or she, I don't know. I think Jarno. Yeah, I think it's a he.
Yeah, I figured it out. I think.
Oh gosh.
Well, it's a shame Raptor disappeared. Probably he's too busy with his online matches.
Yeah, I think so
Already.
too. I think so too. He has basically forgotten about us.
Yeah,
That's what he
for
did.
sure.
He forgot about us.
Forgot what about two grumpy old people.
Yeah, well, grumpy old people. We're not grumpy, but he did forget about us. He didn't. He did forget about us, which is really nasty. But there you go. We have been forgotten. Oh well, such is life.
Indeed.
Such is life.
Noosh.
Let's see.
I don't know. I knew a captain from the Navy once who said that the life is like a one-eye ugly bitch.
Well, there you go.
That's the description, isn't it?
That's indeed a description for to remember.
Ooh. Noosha.
Well, sailors are tough people, familiarized with rough life, so they're not necessarily polite. They usually say what they think.
Okay, sorry, what? Because I was hearing you, but it didn't register. Sorry.
I said sailors are usually, tough people, kind of a roadnecks, sorry.
I don't know many sailors, so I don't know. I do know that my grandpa was a sailor on what we call here the freely translated, by the way, the wild sail, which means that he would sail overseas and he would not be on the rivers in inland. That's how he met my grandma. So there you go. But I don't know. He was a very silent man. He was very much to himself, as far as I know from my mom, what she told me, and from my grandmother. He was very much to himself, and not that rough, tough kind of personality at all. So, if you see pictures of him as well, you wouldn't say that he's like that. You know, he looks like a very gentle, calm person. But yeah. Then again, looks may deceive, of course.
That's the smell.
I don't know. You have a weird smell there,
Mm-hmm.
and that could not be induced by the migraine, because I know that migraine actually can do some really really weird stuff to.
That's true. That's true. You can smell strange things when you have a migraine?
Yeah,
Or sometimes your smell is so accurate that you can smell literally everything, while in normal normal situation you would feel nothing.
yeah, exactly.
I think it's
That's
just my Xbox creating a smell of like a burned circuit sparks, like every computer, but it's just in a closed room without any air moving inside.
oh, that's old.
Alicia.
That's old. That's the
It's
ozone.
it's like a
It's like
it's like a
ozone.
yeah, it's ozone, yeah, exactly, it's ozone. Yeah. So I can smell it. I mean, normally I would not be able to smell it probably, but I can smell it. Gentle, but it's weird.
It's not good, by the way, if you can smell that from your computer.
Nah, nah. But it's hot, so you know.
I can imagine that. Yeah. Let's see. I need to actually get something.
If we have such a hot weather, particularly it's so warm inside, I avoid playing daily games more than like 2 hours. I play like a 2 hours or three at max, then take a break. I don't want to destroy
Uh-huh.
my equipment, destroy my hardware.
Well, it should
I
not
mean,
be. It should not be destroyed by warm weather. I mean, if that is happening, then there's something seriously off. I would say. Wouldn't that
I mean,
be the case?
Huh.
well, technically or theoretically, yes, but theory is one thing, life is a different thing.
That's true.
It says to have a very effective cooling system with a big fan on the top and on the below. But let's be honest, it's a very powerful gaming computers. It overheats really quickly and drastically.
Huh.
If it's winter and the temperature inside the room is relatively low, like 20 or 21, you don't feel it absolutely. It's cold most of the time, or let's say cold.
Yeah.
But when it's hot inside, you can if you touch it, you will feel it's hot too. I mean, not very hot, but very warm.
Yeah.
It cannot vent out all the heat because the heat is already in the room, so there's no proper air exchange between the internal components and outside the components.
Yeah. It cannot really ventilate well,
Yeah,
or breathe, as they say as well. I don't know.
but it's not very bad because it has a like additional cooling, like a backup cooling or auxiliary cooling system. And you can literally hear it if it's very hot because the noise of the computers will be very loud.
Yeah.
However, even during these warm days or even very warm days, I don't hear it, so it means it's not that critical yet. But I had situations back then when I was playing on a typical console, which is PlayStation, and the PlayStation, fortunately, particular PlayStation 4 Pro, had a huge problem with overheating. So I know this pain.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that. Oh, Schnitzel.
And trust me, PlayStation 5 is even a way worse. It is a great console, of course, a very powerful stuff, but it has a huge problems with overheating. It's a major flaw of the system.
Yeah, I know that problem because the thing is that it's a bit like the moped that you drive. It has the same problem. The Honda. I don't know if you know that particular brand, but it has Honda.
Who?
Honda.
No.
It's a moped brand from Japan. And they have this small how do you call it? I don't know what you call it in English, but it's the spark plug. And if the thing is getting too heated, it will not start. will just not go anywhere anymore. And Honda had a very high
Lol.
problem with it.
Wow.
And I know that because I drove a Honda for quite some time. And the bloody thing would always die on me. Every freaking time again. Just when I didn't need it, it would die on me. And we're like, really? This is going to go that way? That is the way that it went, yes. Which was quite irritating, I tell you that much.
Of course, I left PlayStation World, went back to the Microsoft systems. Now I own beautiful Xbox Series X, which is the most powerful Microsoft gaming computer released so far.
Well, I have no experience with those kind of platform of playing because I never owned one. Well, I did back in the day, in 1992. I remember it well. I did own a Nintendo back in those days.
Really?
I have, yes. Short and briefly, because then I had also a deck sound called Jesse, and he basically ruined it. Because he chewed the cables through. You had these orange gray pistols on it, and you had to basically use those from Duck Hunt, which I played a lot. And he basically decapitated the orange pistols from the game. He severed them very, very precisely. He was very proud of himself as well when he had done that. Because he was sitting next. Yes, he was sitting next to it with a proud face, big smile on his face, waggling his tail, and he was absolutely most likely going like, "Look what I did! Am I not good? Am I not perfect? Do you not love me?" Yeah.
Perhaps it was some sort of the manifesto
Yeah.
towards you to see. Now you will spend more time with me.
I was always spending time with him. I was basically he was always with me. That's the thing. I remember very distinctly that we went to training school with because he loved that. He loved to basically show off and be funny and all that kind of. Jesse was a real cute dog. He was absolutely lovable and very adorable. And I miss him still dearly. He became old and died out of his own, in a very healthy situation, by the way. He was very healthy, but yeah. And but anyways, he liked that, and I do remember distinctively that I talked to the trainer there about some behaviors that Jesse had that were not very liked and not very fitting within the family, because I was living with my mom back in the day, and Jesse absolutely did not want my mom to come near me. Everyone else was okay, but not my mom. My mom could not come near me. And I don't know why, because my mom never hit me or did anything nasty. Well, actually, she did nasty things, but not knowingly and not with the intent to hurt me or harm me. So she was not a vengeful, aggressive woman, But Jessie didn't want her near me for one certain reason. And my mom was convinced that Jessie was hating me. Now, here's one thing that animals really do not seem to possess. They don't have the tendency to absolutely hate someone like humans can hate someone. And so the trainster, she heard my story and she heard what I was giving as an example and all that kind of stuff. And what she basically did was she grinned at me. She said, "Do you know what the problem is?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "I think you do." And I was like, "No, I don't. Tell me." She was like, "Don't you think that this dog is behaving a little bit like a jealous boyfriend?" And we're like, "How do you mean?" And she said, "He sees you as being his girl. You're his, not the other way around." So Jesse was a very funny dog, but he thought I was his girlfriend and he had to protect me from anyone else that wanted to steal me away. And my mom was his biggest competitor because she was my mom.
Makes sense.
It makes sense indeed, but I was 19 back in the day, so what did I know, you know? And I was really amazed with what she said, and it was true. Jesse did basically see me as his girlfriend. Not in a sexual way, but as a possession. I was his only.
I know.
And the reason was because I basically got his ass out of the shelter where he was really not feeling very happy. And I think that was his way of showing his gratitude. But yeah, I was his. Because every time when I was laying in bed, he would sleep next to me. And he would basically place his face or his snout, more like, in my neck. And he would just lay with his snout over my neck. And I always found that very cute. But here is the problem. That's a very dominant way to sleep for a dog. Because technically what he is doing is he basically is placing his snout over my neck. And he did that with everything. Now Jesse was a very gentle soul. He would never bite you. And he would never do anything aggressive. But that was the only part that basically showed how dominant he actually was between his ears. Because he was quite dominant as a little Dachshund. Even though he was castrated already. But he was quite dominant. But he had a very mangled view on things. Because he basically was castrated way too early. He was already castrated when he was brought to the shelter, and he was then 6 months old, which I found very early. And most dogs didn't consider Jesse to be dominant, because Jesse didn't show dominant. Except when he was sleeping next to me, because he would be laying next to me, really tight against me, with his snout over my neck. And the only reason I basically allowed him to do that because I didn't know what it meant, even though after I knew what it meant, I still let him do it because he had stubs on his chin like an unshaved man. And he would basically place his snout in my neck and he would wiggle a bit like he was basically making himself comfortable. He would wiggle that snout a bit and I would feel that it was so cute. So yeah. Yeah, she was a
That's
real...
fascinating story. But
Yes.
I am afraid you haven't progressed as much in your game.
No, I
Not to
actually
worry,
did. I actually did. I did progress. But the shame is
Yes,
that...
when I was gone.
I did. No. I still did. But the thing is, the shame that I have is that I was actually going to be promoted, but I had to greet my coworkers, which I couldn't because I already knew my coworkers. So basically, what I'm left to do now is I have to basically see that I can integrate a new coworker that I can greet, so that I can actually proceed with the level that I have. So I have to figure out how to do that. But I don't know. So, but I also have I have bills to pay, and the problem is the bills are quite high. I don't have the money for it. $753. So we have a little bit of a problem. I have to get money. The way to do that is with these boxes. So I can talk and do these boxes in the same moment, which is not a problem. I can do that.
Well, it's funny story. For a moment, there was a spike in the number of people watching your stream, up to 7 people, even to 8.
Oh,
I
was
wonder
there?
what the reason- Yeah, I
Oh.
wonder about the reason.
Well, I do have to say that Twitch has a very strange way of keeping record of people watching. So I don't know what's going on. And to be very honest, I don't really care much either. because most of the people might pop in, they may have a little peek, and then they leave again. They basically not say much anyway. So I would like them to actually say something, but they don't. Most of them don't say a word.
You can't force anybody to do so.
I cannot force them either. No, I know that. I know that very well. That I cannot force them. I'm not going to force them, but it would be nice if people were in, that they actually would say something so that I know that they are there. Because if they don't say anything, they get ignored. That's what happens if you don't let me know who's there. I don't see who is there. That's basically the
It's
problem.
true.
I don't see who's there. I have no clue. I don't even have a clue who's coming in, who is still staying, who is lurking. If they don't say that. Now I know that Erectic is lurking because he said earlier. But yeah, if you don't say so,
Well,
I don't know.
Huh.
Well, to be honest, out of my own experience, I can say that most people like to socialize in the chat. They quite often come to the certain chat, particularly the chat is related to the game they like. But if this person doesn't introduce him or herself, it's difficult to address him.
Yeah,
You
well,
can still talk as a streamer, but it's just a general talk.
yeah, well, that's what it is. And to be very honest, I basically I always said that I do not have many people anyways, which is true. I have a couple of people that are standard coming back, which is you, and for instance, it's Matti, Erectic now, and such, and Miss Henkelieman, and Dev. They come back.
Yeah.
They come back. Yeah, they come back each time. But even Dev doesn't really say much. Miss Enke Lehman, she doesn't type much. She basically speaks. If she talks, she is in voice. She does type more than anyone else so far as I know, cause that's the part. But she doesn't type much. If you know what I mean.
Well, she usually types in Dutch.
Yeah,
That's
because
also the
her
problem.
English, yeah. Well, it's not a problem for me, but it is a problem for those that do not understand the English. Also, you have
No.
to know that I'm for the Dutch people, I'm on a really lousy time slot. Absolutely.
Meaning?
Meaning that from 8 to midnight, for people that are working, they come home, they eat, they watch television, maybe play a game until maybe around 9 at 10ish, and then they go to sleep. So the majority of the Dutch people that I normally could get would be in the daytime. But in the daytime, I'm busy as well, so I'm not streaming in the daytime.
Well,
Plus, in the
bad for
daytime,
them.
if I do that in the daytime, there will be a lot of kids coming in, and I don't like that. I don't want kids in my stream because I know that I can be very vulgar in my language at times when I get very annoyed. And
You have an 18 plus tag, right?
I don't have an 18 plus tag officially. I have made it 18 plus. I state that it is 18 plus. Does anyone read that it is 18 plus? No. They don't read that it is 18 plus. Now we get, if things go as I think they will go, we will get a certain designation on where we will be put on the streaming connection. And most likely, I think they are going to close it off in such a way that the underaged will not see us, which will be a good thing. That will be actually very helpful.
Okay. It's an interesting idea.
It is an interesting idea. I don't know if that is indeed the way that they are going to do it, because they have been letting us know that they are going to change the ruling a bit, and we are going to be what was it called again? We are getting a different assignment in what we can be. Hold on, I know that Miss Enkelieman was talking about it. Let me go back. She said it earlier. What was it again? I know she did. She was reading about it. Okay, here we go. She said, Yoda. Hold on. Let me go back. She said they are going to hand out labels for the topic classifications that we are having, which is the setup of your stream. What is your stream about? Is your stream 18 plus? Are you playing 18 plus games? Yes or no? Now, not many of my games are 18 plus, but I do know one thing. Baldur's Gate is going to be very much 18 plus. And trust me, when it comes out August 3rd, I'm going to play the shit out of that game because I really am very curious on how the ending goes. I've been playing it right up until they had it finished, but they hadn't finished the ending yet. So I'm very curious, and they have been putting in way more along the line. So I'm going to see what is all out there in that game. But it is pretty much very much 18 plus.
Well,
Very
SnowRunner
18. What was that?
also. I said in 5 days in SnowRunner. I'm sorry. I said in SnowRunner in 5 days we get another season 10.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Yeah, but that's because it's already out there for quite some time, ain't it?
And the season 10 is already made, but it's still under testing, right?
Yeah,
Official release date
yeah.
for the season 10 will be in 5 days. However, those who are on PC can test it out already on PTS.
Okay. Yeah, well, the problem is that they bring it out in such a nasty period of time because, let's be very honest, every time that good games come, I have this shit happening to me every time again. Whenever they come with a lot of good games that I'm going like, oh, I want that one, and I would like to have that one, I have to make an option. Because here's what happens. Just in that same time, Sims 4 basically says, oh, and we have a nice package that we are going to bring out with, which will be 44 euros. There you go. And I'm going like, oh my shite, 44 euros. I basically do not want to ask money from my financial person. I don't want to do that. And also because it's about games. It's not a life-saving thing, so I don't really need it to survive. So why should I go to my financial person to ask for money for it? But here's what happens then. In the time that The Sims 4 does that, in that same period, other games come out with good stuff. Like, for instance, Baldur's Gate 3, August 3rd. Now, I already have bought Baldur's Gate, so I'm good on that one. Don't have to worry about it. But in the same period, there's also a lot of things coming out from Euro Trucker. There's a lot of things coming out from what you said, SnowRunner. There will be stuff coming out from other games. And The Sims is coming out with stuff. And I'm going like, oh, why is everyone doing this in the same period? There's an entire year that you can do this. But you all stuff it in just 2 months, which is July and August. Every time again. I know why they do it. I know why they do it. Because that is the period that a lot of people are basically at home because they are having vacation or holidays. So they're at home. They most likely will be looking for new stuff to play. So that's the perfect timing to do so. But I absolutely hate it that they do it in that time. Because that's the worst time ever that I can do it. Because if I want to have it all, I have to go to my financial caretaker, and she most likely will say no. Now, here's the problem. I get a new one. My old financial caretaker, she's leaving. She's going. And I have, back in the day, said to her that she was never allowed to basically go on a pension before I would be on pension. Yet, she is going. Because she's medically not longer in a position to sit behind the computer for long periods of time. Because she had 2 operations on her arms already and now her shoulder is going bad. So she has to basically end what she's doing. So I was very pissed with that. But now I get a new one, and I don't know how the new one is. I haven't spoken to her yet. So yeah. Do I like it? No. So I am very careful now, especially with my money, because I don't know what kind of person this new person is. I have to test her out a little bit. So yeah, for the time being, no games, I fear. Then only the one that I basically want to keep buying because it is part of a franchise that I already have everything of, which will be The Sims. The horses will be bought, but I'm saving up for that one.
In that case, we really have to buy something, yeah?
What was that?
I said we really have to buy something for you.
No. You don't have to buy me anything.
Yes, we do.
No, you're not going to do that. I'm going to already tell you in advance, I will not accept it. So don't go in that direction. I already disappointed someone else with that. I don't like to do it, but I don't want to basically, I don't want people to buy me stuff.
What's the reason?
Because I can,
Pride?
no, I can buy it very well myself. And the fact, what you basically are running into is also my schizo personality disorder behavior. I don't want to be, quote unquote, feeling dependent on anyone.
I see.
Yeah. Because I cannot deal with that. Because when I accept that, what you get then is that I feel obligated to per se play what I've been given. I cannot do that because I cannot promise that. And because I know that I will not be able to promise that I can do that, I don't want people to do such things. I will buy it myself when time comes. Take some time, but it will happen one day or another. It will happen. Just give it time. I remember that there was this guy that basically I asked him only. This was because he was very well versed with the with computers and such and what computers could deal with. So I asked him. I said, "What do you think? If I buy The Witcher, will my computer be able to play it?" Because he knew what kind of type of computer I had. His answer was he bought me another game. Oh, you fell off. Uh-oh. Did I fell out? Or did he fall? No. Actually, he fell off. Mark, we lost you. Ah! Are you still there? I think he's going to say that he is pillow hugging time. Because it's nearly midnight. 3 minutes to go. Or his computer basically said, you know what? You're out? Was it something that I said? You're still there? But was it something that I said? What? You sure? Yeah, it is, and I have to basically close it down as well. I will get her to do this. So you're going to do the pillow hugging thing or the horizontal thing as I call it?
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, sorry. Just asking. Okay, so I will wish you then, and everyone else, a very good sleep. For those that are not yet going to sleep yet, because they are going to make it a quiet evening before going to sleep, I wish you a very wonderful evening. And for those that are going to sleep, have a wonderful night. That means you, Mark. Have a wonderful night. I hope you will be able to sleep and that you will wake up with at least a little less headache that you have already. Don't know if that works that way. Would be nice. But yeah. And for those that are having to work, we will be thinking of you. You can do it. New week. You can do it. Okay? I'm going to close off as well. I'm going to say good night to everyone that has been here. Thank you very much for all for the conversations, for the fun and all that. And I will be back tomorrow again from 8 till midnight. I hope to see you all back then. This was me. Have a great night. Bye bye. Good night, Mark.